Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
Hi, everybody. This is Gene Mortensen here in Las Vegas, in West Las Vegas, to take the Hilltopper football team to take on the West Las Vegas Dons. This is Gene Mortensen along with Phil Scher, my good buddy. I used to do this with Phil a couple of years ago. He was the sports writer for the Monitor. He's now the editor of the Las Vegas Optic. He's a big shot here in Las Vegas right now. And also joining us, of course, will be Mike Mays. He's going to fill us in on a lot of the statistics and stuff as we go. But anyway, ball game coming in tonight here, Phil. Yeah, I guess you since you live here, I guess you should know a lot about this particular team, and especially, what is it, Damian Gallegos?
Damian Gallegos.
Bring me the helmet of Damian Gallegos.
Senior running back for the Dons this season, and he is quite a force as he has been through the first 4 games of the season. 18 touchdowns from scrimmage in 4 games this year. The last game out 2 weeks ago, he touched the ball 11 times against Espanola, and he scored 6 times, Gene. And he's a big reason why these Dons are 4-0 to start the season and will present a big challenge for the Hilltoppers tonight.
Yeah, they're just coming off last week. They went up against Espanola, defeated Espanola 64-14. But they really haven't had too much trouble with anybody that they've faced so far, and so if they're looking over that schedule there,
yeah,
Phil, you can.
West Las Vegas is 4-0 with wins over Highlands, Santa Rosa, Portales, and Espanola Valley, and Los Alamos comes into this game at 3-2, Gene. So looks like this will be quite the challenge for them tonight.
Yeah, it really will be, and one of the problems with Los Alamos is, like, we used to go up against Capital. I remember those days back, and Phil was broadcasting with us against Capital. And
Luke Padilla, right?
Yeah, Luke Archibek. And he started off as a freshman, a fullback, about 125 pounds and about 5'6", and we couldn't stop him. Couldn't stop him when he was a freshman or
or all 4 years.
All 4 years. So I guess maybe now Damian Gallegos will present the same challenge for the Hilltoppers. Let's see if they can adjust and do something about that. So
yeah, it's interesting too with West Las Vegas because they have Gallegos as their star running back as a senior, and then their starting quarterback is a true freshman, CJ Perea, who had never taken any high school snaps until this season. So he's had to learn on the fly this year, but he's had a good running back to do so with.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about Las Vegas. What do they like to do on offense?
Hand the ball off to Damian Gallegos, throw screens to Damian Gallegos, or run CJ Perea for his life whenever there gets pressure, because he is a very deceptively good athlete as a freshman back there. Doesn't look like he'd be able to run, but he's able to escape the pocket very well, and has made quite a few teams pay with not paying attention to him on the outside.
So that's well, the Hilltoppers will run out of the spread. Garrett Williams has gone through a number of offenses since he took over in 2010, and he started off with a pistol, stuck with a pistol for a few years, and then he decided to go into what he called a spread, a little bit of a spread. That didn't last very long, and then he went into the last 3 or 4 years. He's been running what he calls a flex bone, That's a read option offense, which is really tough to run.
Yes.
And quarterback has to make immediate decisions. It's a triple option offense, and so then this year he's gone back to the shotgun, and he's well, he started off of the year with the New Mexican article was his headline. New Mexican article when they're talking about Los Alamos was pumped to pass. So.
That is not words that I've ever heard with Los Alamos before, Gene.
Well, in the very, very first game against Espanola, we threw the ball 29 times. I don't think we'd had thrown the ball 29 times in an entire season.
You had to practice those pass calls again for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, really. Yes, and so it kind of finally boiled down to the for football, and now we're gonna in just a moment we will have the national anthem, I do believe. Yes, we are. So we'll take a break. Yeah, I'll just leave it. Okay, so we just finished the national anthem courtesy of the 5-member band of West Las Vegas, and so
they do what they can, Gene.
they do, they really do. So gotta give them all the credit they deserve. So anyway, but like I say, it's a beautiful night, and you look off to the west, you can see the sun is just setting behind the trees, and a lot of pink clouds right now, but it is a pretty beautiful night for football here in northern New Mexico, and it'll be underway in just a bit after as soon as the ROTC people are able to exit the field. But this should be an interesting ball game. We'll see how things go. The Hilltoppers started off the first couple of games, and they really did pass a lot, especially against Espanola. They came out against Taos, really looked really good against Taos, and then but went down to Bernalillo, and Bernalillo was, I think the big difference in the game at Bernalillo was the fact they had one of the best secondaries I've seen in a long, long time. Those guys just picked off one pass after another, and we lost that one 35-0, and then the game against St. Michael's, we never should have lost that ball game. St. Michael's just gave us opportunity. Boy, look at that sunset.
Beautiful.
What?
Looks like cotton candy over there, Gene.
Yeah, it really does. Wow, what a beautiful sunset. Wow.
Can't ask for better for football tonight, huh?
Yes, really. And I think it's funny too that sunset just suddenly appeared.
Yeah.
All we could see is a little pink above the trees. And then all of a sudden, boy, it just burst. I mean, just totally burst into bloom. But now we're about ready to have the toss. So they haven't had the toss yet. So
no, we're still shaking hands with the captain.
Yes. So anyway, so the Hilltoppers out there for the Hilltoppers, they have Tiki Nieto, and along with the quarterback for the Hilltopper, Jacob Green, and then also in on the pack there with joining the other captain is Matthew McNeil. So let's see how this toss turns out. But anyway, I'm kind of looking forward to this ball game because it should be a really interesting one, especially when you have a runner like Damian Gallegos, and it's up to the Hilltoppers to stop him. And that's one of the problems the Hilltoppers have always had is when they have a very, very good running back. For some reason, the Hilltoppers just have a lot of trouble with them. And that's been kind of the history. Of course, we've had some running backs against Los Alamos that have been, I mean, it was like running against some of these kids running against a college running back. But
well, it'll be a good measuring stick game, right? It'll show you where you're at halfway through the season for both teams.
Yes, yeah, really will. And because the Hilltoppers are 3-2, and right now they should easily be 4-1. They never should have lost that game against St. Michael's. And of course, last week they went up against Belen. Belen, of course, I really kind of feel sorry for Belen. Let's see what the situation here is. It looks like
Los Alamos will receive.
Yeah, Los Alamos won the toss and elected to receive. This field runs north and south, so the Hilltoppers they'll start things off. They'll be heading to the south, and the West Las Vegas Dons will be heading north, but not too much north, I hope. We'll see. We'll see exactly.
Keep them on the south end of north.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta keep. Yeah, going south.
Well, this opening kickoff will be interesting. The kicking game for West Las Vegas is very hit or miss, Gene.
Oh, is that right?
First game of the season against Highland, I think that their kicker started off the game with 3 kickoffs out of bounds that went about 5 yards. And then on the 4th attempt, he got a touchback.
Is that right? Yeah. Sometimes you just got to loosen up. You
got to back yourself up 15 yards, right. And then you can go as far as you want.
So they will tee it up, and they have all 10 players back there in 2 separate rows, and now they're going to split out.
Looks like what Los Alamos used to do on those extra points, Gene.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, our old extra point play. Yeah. So, and we are about ready to go here, and going to kick it away it's going to be Jonathan Gonzalez, and he's got the boot, nice boot. This one's going to go out of bounds. Good call there, Phil. So he does do the honors and kick it out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers will take it at the 35-yard line, I do believe. Their option is to make them kick over.
Yeah, that's what Highland did, and that's what they're going to do too.
They're going to do the same thing. The option is to penalize them 5 yards and make them kick again.
Oh, maybe not.
No, now they were backing up to kick again. Now they're coming back. So the option is to back them up 5 yards, kick again, take the ball where it went out of bounds, or put it on the 35-yard line. And most teams just option to put it on the 35, and that's where the ball is, and that's where we'll start. So now that spread offense, we have Jacob Green back there with Tiki Nieto. So let's see what the Hilltoppers are going to start off with here in this ball game. It's long count by Jacob, and he's going to just hand it to Tiki. Tiki around the right side. He's not going to go anywhere. Whoa.
Tackled by a gang at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, I guess. Yeah, I know. A young man coming off the absolute bottom of the pile that time was Pablo Montano. and I'm telling you, he was on the bottom of a big pile.
And you look at this West Las Vegas defense, there's not a lot of size out there.
No, there isn't. Yeah, Pablo, not a very big kid. I said he's 5'11", 175 pounds, but anyway. So Jacob with a pass over to the flat, that's complete, and that's going to be good. That's going to be good enough for a first down.
About a yard short.
Are they going to? Oh, okay. No, they're going to move it out to the 30, to the 40.
To the 43. Or 42.
Yeah, you're right, Phil. I thought they did better than that.
I thought that's where the official on this side lined up about a yard or two closer to the first down marker than that.
So third down, and about 3 in motion goes. They're going to fake the handoff, and in motion coming across was at that time was Jeremiah Hertzall. And usually when he comes across in motion, they usually hand it to him, but they fake the handoff to Jeremiah, hand it to Tiki, and about the time they handed it to Tika, they almost handed it to a couple of the Las Vegas Dons who were.
And then about 10 of them tackled him immediately. Now you get your first look at Damian Gallegos.
Oh, here he goes, huh?
He's back deep to collect the punt. But it looks, now he will back up for the punt.
Okay, now we're going to go Charles Steinkamp backing up. He will punt it away, punting from his own 30-yard line. This one's going to go off the side of his foot and go out of bounds, so we're not going to get to see Damian run it back after all.
That's the smartest thing to do with him back there.
Yeah, you got me all excited. And
he'll touch it within the first 2 plays here. I can almost guarantee you that.
So the quarterback is C.J. Perea.
Yep, number 1.
Yeah, he's a 5'11" freshman.
He's not 5'11". They may have him listed as that, but he is not 5'11".
And they've got Damian listed here
at 5'10".
Yeah,
he is definitely taller than
185 pounds. So they line up, and they're going to hand it to Damian. He's going to try to cut to his left, but he's going to be thrown for a loss. Wow.
It's a good job of attacking him in the backfield there by Los Alamos.
Yeah, and coming in for the Hilltoppers to make the stop that time. Let's see, was Abraham's, well, it looked like 82. I don't have an 82. Story of my life. So a loss on the play, so it's going to be second down. They're going to air it out. They got a boy right up the middle. They go, and all the way, and he's just going to waltz into the end zone. Damian Gonzalez. Wow. Let's see, was that
Pablo Montano? Pablo Montano.
Pablo Montano, the ball carrier.
That was a bullet pass from Perea.
Yeah,
too.
It really was, and a short pass, a very, very short pass from Perea, and just a little down to the flat, and all of a sudden, just zooming down the field untouched. I mean, he just broke out of that pack, and all of a sudden, he was gone. Nobody, Los Alamos had no chance whatsoever to catch up with him. So Pablo Montano complete. We're going to go now for the extra point. They're going to fake it and go for 2. They throw a pass.
That was Gallegos who threw that pass.
So that Damian
threw the pass. And,
that's okay. I looked up his stats, and coming into this ball game, he has 1 incomplete pass. So now
he's got 2.
Now he has 2 incomplete passes.
Does it count on the extra point?
Well, it should.
I don't think it was intentional. The snap was very bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't exactly a designed fake field goal. So anyway, boys, I mean, right now it's a 6-0 ball game, and 9:24 remaining here in the first quarter. So it didn't take the Dons very long. The Hilltoppers were never able to get a first down. They went 3 and out, and then the Dons ran 2 plays, and that was that.
And the first one was great. It was a negative 2-yard play to Damian Gallegos.
Yeah, they throw him for a loss, so they're going to boot it away again. And so Jonathan Gonzalez lining it up, and he will boot it away. Let's see.
That one's better.
This one's going to go out of bounds.
Told you it was spotty, Gene.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go again. Hilltop, we're going to start from where? The 35-yard line. Yes.
It's like the NFL where you almost know every drive's going to start at the 25.
Exactly.
You can almost guarantee drives will start at the 35 for Los Alamos tonight.
Yeah, if you want to just make sure you know where the other team's starting from, this all you got to do.
Kick it out of bounds.
Kick it out of bounds. In fact, that was our strategy for a number of years. we were having trouble with the run backs, and they kept getting 90, 95-yard run back. So Bob Scott just decided from now on, we'll just kick it out of bounds. So Jacob Green takes the snap. Here's a shovel pass going to come around to Jeremiah Hertzall.
Ooh.
Hertzall trying to turn the corner, cannot. And boy, I'm telling you, he was whacked. And I mean, he was really whacked by Seneca. Yeah, Seneca Saiz Gomez. Boy, I mean, I thought he was going to turn the corner and go.
That was a good tackle by a cornerback in open space there.
Boy, yeah, and I mean, he laid it on him. But they did pick up about 5 yards. It's going to be second down and about 5. They're going to air it out. The pass is going to be complete upfield for the Hilltoppers.
Oh, incomplete.
Incomplete. Trying to get it to Nick Dolan. And it was
in and out of the hands.
Yes. So Nick Dolan, the intended receiver. So the Hilltoppers now are faced with the same situation they had before. Before they were like about 3rd and 3. Now they're 3rd and 5. And
West Las Vegas jumped off sides, Gene.
So, yeah, and the one thing, it's going to be interesting to see how this penalty works out because it's right out about 5 yards. And we'll see if they do, is it going to be far? It should be enough. Yeah,
Yes,
just
it
barely
will.
about a football length.
It's a big penalty from West Las Vegas.
And one of the things is Jacob Green is very, very good at drawing the other team off sides. I mean, he drew St. Michael's off sides all night long. So Jacob's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be hit in the backfield and then spins away, but he's going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about as far as he's going to make it.
Yeah, and that tackle was Pablo Montano, who scored that touchdown last offensive drive.
Yes, so.
But Green did good to break one tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Yes, he did. Oh, yeah, he got hit in the backfield, spun away. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. And Jacob fakes the handoff. He got a man open, wide open, but he can't get away from him. He's on the run and running for his life, and now he throws it away. And boy, I'm telling you, way, way downfield that time was Jeremiah Hertzall. And if he could have just not Hertzall, I'm sorry, that was that's Malachi. Malachi Gutierrez. Always get Malachi and Jeremiah mixed up, but
well,
anyway.
with the amount of pressure that Jacob Green was under, it's not a surprise he couldn't see the wide open receiver down the field.
No, they 3rd down and 10. So Jacob dropping back, screen pass over to Tiki Nieto. Nieto still going, and he's going to make it up to about the 47-yard line of the Dons, but that's not going to be enough. He has to get to the 45. So what do you do now if you're Garrett Williams?
Well, I think you just saw how easily West Las Vegas scored on the last offensive drive.
So you're going to go for 2. The ball's at the 47. They need to get to the 45. 4th down and 2. Come on, Garrett. Time to roll the dice. That's what I would do if I was coach.
Always roll that dice, right?
Right. So they're going to run it. They fake it a little short. Oh, my golly, Moses. Wow. Holy mackerel. Get the number of that truck. Wow. Boy, Jeremiah Hertzall, did you see who hit?
I did not see who made the hit.
Did you see who hit him?
That was rough.
Did you see, Mike?
Oh my goodness.
God. Yeah, Mike's sitting in front of us. Unfortunately, we only have 2 headsets, so we're gonna bring Mike in and out. But my golly, it was a nice design play. They faked the handoff, and then Jacob rolling to his right. I thought he was going to run it, and he threw the passage to Jeremiah. And boy, I'm telling you, I mean, it was instantaneous. So we have an offsides now going to be called against Los Alamos.
Zachary Schwartzkopf on the offsides.
Yeah, so Zach
got a little over anxious on 1st down.
Wants to get back there and get Damian. Let me have him. Okay, so the quarterback is going to hand it to Damian. Damian around the left side, and it spins away from one man, breaks a tackle, breaks another.
Good game tackling there.
I mean, they had him cold, but I mean, he just kept pulling away from one player after another. Tiki Nieto coming in to help along with the stop, and leading the charge for Los Alamos that time was Caden Thornton.
That was a pretty impressive 0-yard gain for.
Yeah, it really was.
For Damian Gallegos.
It really was. I mean, he got hit, spun away, got hit, spun away. So they're going to line up the same way here now. The quarterback, he's a hefty little guy, and I can say he's certainly not 5'11".
No.
About 5'7". This direct snap right to Damian. He's going to go straight up the middle.
Picks up about 7 yards. First down for the Dons here. That was a nifty little play call.
Yeah, it really was. They lined up in that shotgun back there like they normally do, and this time they just a direct snap back to Damian Gallegos. He went just straight ahead, picks up the first down. The ball is going to be spotted about the 40-yard line. The Hilltoppers pass over to the flat, and boy, the Hilltoppers will read that one perfectly. Jeremiah Hertzall coming in and putting the stop on Pablo Montano. So
yeah, that ends up losing a couple yards. Losing about 5 yards, actually.
Yeah, so it's been kind of interesting here that, boy, that first play, that first touchdown, man, and then, I mean, that was something. And Pablo Montano, well, I mean, he just broke out of there, and I mean, he just came out of there like he shot out of a cannon. And so here we go on that spread once again. Damian's going to go in motion over to the left while dropping back. CJ Perea. Now he's going to run it, and he's a pretty good-sized kid, and he's going to pick up about, well,
not quite enough for the first.
No, not enough. But he started. He actually ran quite a way, but he sure started a long way back.
Yes, he did.
I can't believe how far back he was to get that snap.
I mean, you look at him, he doesn't look like he would run as fast as you just saw him run on that play.
No, he's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. CJ Perea around the right side, still going, and he's inside the 10-yard line. Wow.
Down to, what, the 1? Down to the 5?
Mike says,
had a stiff arm out there.
Mike says we're going to have a block in the back.
Oh.
No,
he stiff-armed Damian Martinez on his way over there. Looked like a Derrick Henry stiff arm, Gene.
Yes. So they are now right on. Where are they at?
About
on
the 2, it looks like.
1 or 2 yard line down there. So this time they got a naked backfield. All they have is Perea's going to roll back wide open in the end zone. Nobody even
not
close to him.
Dropped it though.
But I guess he couldn't hang on.
Couldn't ask for a more wide open receiver.
No, it was. I mean, he just broke out into the end zone and completely and totally wide open. So he drops it. So that's going to bring up now second down. Now they'll go back to that spread. They're going to give it to Damian. Damian going around the left side, dives into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown number 19 for Damian Gallegos.
Yeah. Pablo Montano's kind of stole his thunder on that.
I know. How dare anybody else score on this team?
Yeah, that's right. He's going to hear about it in the locker room.
But, I mean, that was a pretty traditional play call there for West Las Vegas. No need to mess around with a running back like Gallegos back there.
No. So getting ready. Cameron Padilla is going to attempt the point after, and this is blocked. Hilltopper should pick it up and run with it. And
blocked by Jeremiah Hertzall.
Yeah, Jeremiah Hertzall. Jeremiah's he's usually all over the place, but boy, I'm telling you, the West Las Vegas is taking it to the Hilltoppers. Wow. I mean, I certainly didn't expect this, and I'm really surprised. Like when you're looking, and let's face it, I mean, the quarterback, they say he's 5'11", and I don't have a weight on him, but he's kind of a chubby kid. Sorry to say. I mean,
No, but he moves a lot better than he looks like.
My God, that run down the left side, the right sideline. Wow. I mean, he just kept going and going, and like you say, great stiff arm at the end. I mean, he may not look like he can run like that, but he certainly can.
Yeah, it's scary to think what he would look like when he grows into his body a little bit in a couple of years.
Yeah, he's only a freshman. So
another kickoff, Gene.
Here we go. All right, it's going to go out of bounds about the 25. That's my guess. Oh my God, right in the middle of the field. Okay, that's taken down about the 15-yard line, coming up and trying to break through the crowd that time. But boy, the pursuit by West Las Vegas is unbelievable. every time there's a tackle, it's a major pile up. And Malachi Gutierrez took the kick, but he gets up to about the
33,
35-yard line.
Oh, and it was Jonathan Gonzalez on the tackle for West Las Vegas. They're a couple yards farther away than they usually are on these drive starts, Gene. Not at the 35.
Yeah,
I know. 32.
I know. We're going to have to change our whole game plan. There was a pass by Jacob Green. That's incomplete.
Yeah,
went
right off his
through
fingertips.
hands.
Yep.
Right through his hands. It was just a little high, but very, very catchable.
Jacob Green's doing what he should on these passes. A lot of these are very catchable balls.
Well, that one pass that he flew out to the flat, I couldn't believe the hit
Oh, my goodness.
that kid put on.
It's almost a blessing that he didn't catch it because he was going to fumble it.
Yes, that's for sure. So they run out of spread once again. Right now, the Hilltoppers are down. Jacob looking downfield, and this is intercepted and heading down the left side of the field. And is that Damien
no,
again?
That is Seneca Saez
okay.
Gomez.
Oh, okay. Seneca picks it off. Seneca, Gomez, the junior, picks it off and heads down the left sideline. And the
flags down on the play.
And they did it up here at Las Vegas. As he's caught that pass and running down the left sideline, they turned on the siren. He had the siren going as he was going down the sideline.
Yeah, penalty was declined, by the way.
They're going to decline the penalty against Los Alamos.
And they will take over at about the 16-yard line. I am not 100%. Oh, was it a pass interference?
Well,
offensive, I guess.
Must have been, yeah. So I don't know how we got a pass offensive pass interference. That pass was right to Seneca. So they fake the handoff and goes right straight running up the middle. So
it's Damian Gallegos on the run. They don't have Perea in the game for that play. Now they bring him back in.
Yeah, they lined up the shotgun, but they put Damian at quarterback.
He picks up about 7 yards on that play.
And it's going to be second down. The ball sitting right about the 10-yard line. And Las Vegas knocking on the door again. We're still in the first quarter. 3:52 to go.
And now it was Roland Esch on the offsides for Los Alamos.
Encroachment by Los Alamos.
Which will give Las Vegas first and goal.
Yeah. Yep. Half the distance of the goal from the 10 to the 5. That was easy math for the referee. Okay. So.
Now we're going to have a stoppage. What are we worried about?
Referee stopping everybody. Somebody must have taken their mask off or something.
Oh, we didn't move the ball up far enough, I guess.
Oh, get further up. Okay, got to get that right. Not the 5, it's the 4.5. Okay. God, glad we got that corrected.
That would have been a shame, Gene.
Okay, well, right now, 12-0. And so they're going to line up this time. They have a loaded shotgun back there, and they're going to hand the ball off and easy into the end zone. Damian Gallegos. And Phil, I was talking to Phil Monday, and he was telling me about West Las Vegas. He says they have a young man, Damian Gallegos, and said he's got a gazillion touchdowns already, and he's going to get a gazillion more.
He's up to 20 on the season right now in game number 5.
18 touchdowns coming into this game. He had 6 touchdowns in his last game, Phil tells me.
Yes, on 11 touches.
Perea back, and he starts to throw and decides to run it, and
makes it in.
My golly, he gets in. How did he get in the end zone? My golly, he started to throw. He didn't have anybody to throw to. The rush came in from all sides, so he decided to go up the middle. I thought he had it, and he's able to make it up to the middle and into the end zone.
Untouched.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, we were just crushing So now with 3:46 to go, we may be out of here sooner than we think. 3:46 to go in the first quarter. We're down 20-0. We're already on a 50 point pace. So, well, okay, time for the Toppers to settle down.
Well, time to get it on the 35.
Yeah, here we go.
And then you got to go 65 yards.
I know. Hilltoppers should
just do it, right?
Yeah, just line up. Just everybody line up on the 35 except right in the middle of the field. And don't touch it before it goes out of bounds. So here we go. And booting it away again, Jonathan Gonzalez.
I love the Jaws theme on the kickoffs.
Whoa.
We have a illegal motion on the kickoff on number 20 for West Las Vegas. That's Mark Balazan.
So gets a nice kick down to about the 5-yard line, 10-yard line, and then they're going to push him back another 5 yards, and he's going to kick it again. 20-0. 3:46 remains here in this first period. Beautiful, perfect night for football. Not so perfect for Los Alamos yet, but things.
Lots of time, Gene.
Yeah, a lot of time left in this ball game. There was a little kind of a squib kick in the air, and going to come straight up the middle. Come the Hilltoppers, and still going down the right sideline, and he trying to outrun everybody, and that's going to be Malachi Gutierrez. Yeah. So Malachi Gutierrez takes it down about the kick was almost a line drive. It didn't have much elevation on it. He took it down around the 20-yard line, I do believe, and
80-yard touchdown return right there, Gene.
And he just came off right off the right side, headed toward the right sideline, busted through everybody, and then it was a race to the end zone, and he won the race.
What'd I say? Lots of time left, Gene.
Oh yeah, this game's not over by a long shot.
My first look at Sally Hopkins as your place kicker.
Oh, that's right, Sally. She's our homecoming queen too. And kick is up, and it's good.
It's a good-looking kick right there.
Yeah, that's right, and she kicks pretty good too. So. And so
Hilltoppers right back in this ball game, Gene.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's that. We have turned the corner, as they say. So,
my advice to Los Alamos right now is to get the ball away from Damian Gallegos on the kickoff return.
My advice would be to kick it out of bounds. So, oh my golly, can't kick off without a tee. Okay, everybody waiting, and the coaches run out and bring the tee. Okay, Charles Steinkamp lining it up for the Hilltoppers, and he will kick it away. So here comes the boot. The Hilltoppers has kind of gotten back into this ballgame. That's going to be taken at the 10-yard line and coming straight up the middle. Still coming straight up the middle.
There's
a flag down. The runner
heading
over to the left side.
Back.
That's Damian Gonzalez. He's going to go all the way, but it's going to be all for naught as he goes into the end zone for the touchdown as he's pushed into the end zone. Now the big celebration, but
it's not going to count.
A flag back at the 25-yard line.
And the official waving them back.
And our good buddy Mike Mays tells us it's holding. But boy, beautiful run. Wow. Made a beautiful run right into the end zone. Got shoved as he crossed the goal line. Went down in the end zone and he jumped up and boy, high fives for everybody. And then all of a sudden it's like, sorry about that.
Now we got to do it all over again.
Yeah. So.
Well, fortunate for Los Alamos.
Well, they'd be holding, so it'll be 10 yards from the.
They called a chop block.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they called a chop block on that play.
Okay. And that's going to be half the distance to the goal.
All the way back to the 12-yard line.
Yes. So that block
is a costly penalty.
Yeah, they threw the flag at the 30, and then they marched off 18 yards. Half the distance to the goal. Everybody knows 18 and 18 equals 30. So anyway.
Now we're having another stoppage. I don't know. Oh, we don't have a ball. We still don't have a ball.
First we don't have a tee. No. Okay.
We have a 4-year-old ball boy who needs a little more training. Because we have to use a different ball for kickoffs than during play there, Gene. So.
Oh, yeah, right. So CJ back, and he's going to hand it to Damian around the left side. And there he goes again, down that left sideline, trying to get to him, Jeremiah Hertzall. And he finally just runs out of bounds. Wow. And another humongous gainer by Damian Gallegos. Wow.
Marked out on the 41-yard line of Los Alamos.
Jeez. I mean, he just bust through the left side of that line, untouched. And then it was a race. And Jeremiah Hertzall was coming in from the right side. He also had a defender from Los Alamos chasing him. As we go again, this one's going to try to go straight up the middle, and that is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it gets about a yard on that play.
So they
give him about 2 or 3 on that play, actually. So bring up about a 2nd and 7 for West Las Vegas.
Yeah, the ball right now on about the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
So
screen pass.
A little screen pass from to the right side. And he's going to be brought down for the Hilltoppers that time by Zach Stidham.
Gets all the way down to about the 13-yard line for Gallegos on that play.
Wow. There goes the siren again. So
that's when you know it's a big moment.
Yes,
Gene.
Right. Run that siren. You just don't run it for anything. It's got to be something big. So here we go. And once again, here they go out of the spread. But this time they're not going to give it to Damian. They're going to give it to a different runner who lined up back there with him, and that was Jaden Verhill.
Yeah, they didn't even have Gallegos in on that play.
Yeah, they
gave him a couple plays off after running about 80 yards down the field.
I guess the other kids are complaining. How come I never get to score a touchdown? we got 24 touchdowns, and he's got 20 of them.
And the only reason other people are scoring is when Montano just scalps them.
So CJ, beautiful pass in the end zone. Wow.
Incomplete though.
Oh my golly. I mean, coming up from the left side and then cutting across the back of the end zone. Boy, a beautiful route that time. And that was a run by, let's see, where did he go? Oh, Lorenzo Sanchez. And boy, it looked like the pass was perfect. Incomplete pass. CJ back again. This time, this one ends on good defensive play that time for the Hilltoppers by Tiki Nieto.
Flag down.
Whoa.
Flag down in the end zone. Looks like an interference call.
That's the way you play good defense. So let's see. Long talk, but the officials are really talking it over here. Okay.
They're not sure what they want to do yet.
No, they don't. Okay, so anyway, they're pointing to the ground anyway. So
yeah, pass interference on Los Alamos.
So
it happened in the end zone, I believe.
Yeah, so they'll make it. That's going to make it now.
Ball at first and goal at the 1.
Yep. First and goal at the 1-yard line, and once again, keeping it the ball himself is CJ Perea, and he just powers his way toward the goal line. Did he make it?
Not
no,
quite.
He didn't. Wow. I thought for sure he was going to plow in. We're sitting right now with 1:40 to go here in this first quarter. Hilltopper's down 20-7, and
Damian coming back in the game now.
That may change her momentarily. So here comes Damian. Okay. Damian, so they
give him a couple plays off, get the ball to the 1, and then bring him back in and let him score. Touchdown, Damian Gallegos.
Yeah, so Damian Gallegos. So Adrian Gonzalez, the head coach of the Dons, says enough nonsense and sends Damian back into the ball game. And so that makes it now 26-7. And
got that siren going again.
Yeah. That's how everybody in town knows that things are hopping here at the field. Damian's going to hold, and a kick is going to be no good, as that kick attempt was taken by Cameron Padilla.
Wide left.
They're having a lot of trouble with extra points, 26-7. So
yeah, their only converted extra point was the 2-point conversion by Perea right up the middle.
Yes, exactly. So we have 1:16 to go here in the first quarter, 26-7. So what we could use here is a run back for a touchdown.
Another one.
Yeah, right.
It worked once. Why not again?
Break the momentum. So anyway, well, West Las Vegas not back out on the field yet, but now they come out with first quarter and a big bright scoreboard here for the Dons, a little jumbotron type of situation.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. Doesn't have a whole lot of information on it, but
no. And I'm not sure they update the timeouts left. So
yeah, really. Have we even had a timeout in this
No,
ballgame?
we haven't. But
so Jonathan Gonzalez, he will kick off momentarily.
Always an adventure.
Yes, 26-7. So they get into a Notre Dame type huddle, the old Notre Dame type huddle from the 50s. And hear that ominous music?
That Jaws music.
There's Jaws. They're coming at you guys. Oh, squib kick. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So, and
I don't think that squib kick was intentional, Gene.
No, I don't think it was either. I think he ended up.
I think he hit the top of the football.
Yes, he did. That wasn't your classic squib kick.
And they're actually going to get the ball. Oh, they're going to re-kick, it looks like. Yeah, they're going to make them re-kick.
Yeah, we're tired of getting it on a 35-yard line. Now, if they re-kick, we get it on a 40. If he kicks it out of bounds. So, we'll go again.
The last kick was so much fun, we have to do it again.
Yes. Still 1:16 to go in this quarter.
It's a long first quarter, Gene.
What time is it now? About 9:30?
It is 7:40.
Oh.
We've had a 40-minute first quarter
40,
so far.
45-minute quarters. Not bad. Or 50-minute quarters.
Depends on how long 1:16 takes.
That's right. So, okay, here we go. So Jonathan Gonzalez will line it up again. He's going to kick it now, this time from his own 35. Here comes Jaws. Whoa. Boy, high moonball kick, takes a high bounce. It's going to be picked up now and coming around by Malachi Gutierrez down the right sideline. And he's still going. And there he goes again. All the way down the right sideline for the touchdown.
Who needs offense, Gene?
Unbelievable.
Just run your special teams for touchdowns.
Right. Malachi Gutierrez, 2 run-back touchdowns for the Hilltoppers. Unbelievable.
In a row.
Yes, back to back. Why bother running up from scrimmage? Let's just let them score a touchdown and then let them kick off. But my golly, I mean, that ball was a moon ball. It was, I mean, it just sailed high in the air, came down, took a high, really lazy bounce, and Malachi just standing there waiting for it. Just all of a sudden grabbed it and took off. Sally Hopkins, and that's good. So that's Sally's. I don't know what she did before, but she kicked 6 straight last week in the homecoming ball game.
That's 2 straight tonight.
Yeah, she had 2 here. We did kick a field goal, and we thought we were going to let her kick the field goal. I mean, she was the homecoming queen.
Yeah.
last week. So she was a busy girl. But, so anyway.
Special teams keeping the Hilltoppers in this game, Gene.
Malachi Gutierrez is keeping the Hilltoppers in this game.
And his blockers. Don't forget the blockers for Los Alamos.
And the blockers.
Now we'll see. Last time this was a run back for West, except it got called back on
that's right.
on a chop block. So
well, let's see. All that play from the time that they lined up and scored the touchdown and ran off 13 seconds. From that first and goal from the 1. Whoa. Oh, and that's in the end zone.
No, they're going to call it out of bounds.
No way. No way, Jose. Oh, come on.
That went through the back of the end zone.
It most certainly did. We need a replay.
That is not a good call.
Not at all. I mean, that definitely went through the back. No question about it.
And West gets rewarded at the 35-yard line for that.
Yeah, referee just awarded the Dons 15 extra yards.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, my God. There's no question. And he throws it right smack at the goal line. So anyway, here we go.
I didn't know a ball could turn direction that quickly. Wow.
Really? So Damian Gallegos back with the CJ Perea. Perea rolling back. He's going to throw, and he completes the pass up near midfield. And do you see who made that catch?
We're still looking for it.
Well,
not sure. One of the receivers.
Yeah, but it's enough for a first down as they pick up 11 yards on the play, move it up to the 46. CJ's going to throw again. Maybe. Now he's going to run, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Lost a yard on that play.
I mean, coming in, he just flat. He could not get away at all that time from the Hilltoppers. Coming in was Abram Chacon, and helping him out was Zach Schwarzkopf. So the two of them said nothing doing. So they actually lose a yard. That's going to make it down second down and 11. The ball at the 45-yard line.
Damian out wide to the right.
Uh-oh. Guess what? Oh, there's a little shovel pass coming around the right side this time and trying to make the turn.
Pablo Montano.
And he...
Actually, no, that was Jaden V. Hill.
Jaden V. Hill. Did you see who made the stop?
I did not.
Yeah. Nice stop by Los Alamos.
Yes, it was. Good open field stop for back to the original line of scrimmage. And on the stop was Zach Schwarzkopf.
Yeah, so Zach again. And so there's the quarter. And so we're going to turn this over to Mike Mays. And he's going to just astound us with all these wonderful stats and comments. Hey, Mike.
Well, what's going on here?
You're on.
What? Okay. All right, Gene. Well, end of the quarter, 26-14 in favor of the West Las Vegas Dons. And Dons with 4 touchdowns in that first quarter. 3 of them by Mr. Damian Gonzalez. That was Gallegos, excuse me. And that of course, was expected. And for Mr. Gallegos, he had a 4-yard run, a 1-yard run, and a 2-yard run. So keeping it pretty close to the chest. There also a 67-yard touchdown pass from C.J. Padilla to his receiver, Pablo Montano. And that was the 9:24 mark. But the Toppers keeping this, as you said, Phil, keeping in the ball game with their special teams. A couple of runs backs by Malachi Gutierrez. So Toppers still in the ball game with those couple of run backs as Padilla bounces around, and he's going to get past midfield. But going to see the Toppers have the Dons so far have just chipped away at the Toppers on offense. Toppers have got to find something to slow down this running game.
Yeah, they really do. You want to get up here? You want to move up?
West Las Vegas going to go for this on a 4th down, it looks like, Gene.
Yeah, 4th and a long 4, almost 5. So long count that they are going to go. C.J. Perea dropping back, still good looking back. Now he maybe run. Is he going to throw? There's a flag, and the pass is incomplete. Good defense down there for Los Alamos by Jeremiah Hertzall. Boy, but there's a flag. We may have a hold.
Yeah, it looks like offensive holding based on where that flag was thrown.
Yeah, and that pass was intended downfield. The time for Caden Rodriguez. Rodriguez.
Caden Rodriguez.
But boy, Jeremiah Hertzall was right there, but the flag comes out. So the Hilltoppers could decline the penalty. So of course they should. And it'll be Hilltopper basket.
Yeah,
Hilltopper football.
Declined penalty, and the Hilltoppers will take over here on their own 48.
Yeah, so
good starting field position, down 12.
Yeah, they would. So
that's a stop that they needed right there after how the first quarter went on offense for West Las Vegas.
Okay, the Hilltoppers come out and line up in their kickoff receiving formation.
Their most successful play.
That's right. They got Malachi back on the 10-yard line. They're going to give it to Jeremiah Hertzall around the left side, and he's going to go for maybe 5, 6, 7 yards.
9.
Well, the 9, that's that little shovel pass. As he sets up, they set up in that shotgun.
Gave him a first down, Gene.
Wow. Holy
you gave him credit for 5 yards. He got 10.
But yeah, Jeremiah comes in motion from the right side and runs in front of the shotgun, and then now Jacob Green's going to keep it on an option play, and of course no chance whatsoever to get the lateral back off to Tiki Nieto, but he's going to pick up about 3-4 yards.
Yeah, 4-yard gain right there.
Yeah. So the Hilltoppers could score here. They could cut this to a 5-point ball game.
Yeah, and with the struggles the Dons have had on extra points, you're always still in the game.
Yes, I know. I need to talk to Garrett Williams to see if we can get that Jaws thing included in. Comes to Tiki Nieto, and he's going to be racked up behind the line of scrimmage. And he's not going to go anywhere. Boy, they were on him, right now.
Lost a yard on that play.
Yeah, he got that inside handoff, and as soon as he got it, he started to try to go ahead toward his left, and he took about 2 steps. And so, the Jumbotron over there.
It showed defense.
Defense.
Man, I didn't know it had that capability.
Yes. So.
Trying to get the crowd pumped. You can see how excited they all are over there.
Yeah, we have sirens and Jaws and
very unenthused fans.
Jacob's going to pass it. Intercepted again. Unbelievable. And this is Damian Gallegos. And he's still going. And finally.
My goodness.
He's brought down by at least half of the Hilltopper football team.
And he carried all of them about 5 yards down the field.
Yeah, he really did. And that's unbelievable. So the Hilltoppers finally make a stop, have a chance to get back in this ball game, and another turnover.
Yeah, and West Las Vegas will take over on the Los Alamos 38-yard line now.
Come on, defense!
So
That is a big momentum killer for the Hilltoppers.
yeah, slightly. My golly. So anyway, so the ball is, as Phil says, the ball is at the 38.
West Las Vegas taking their time getting back on the field.
Yeah, they really are. Well, it's okay. They can do whatever they want. So they're going to line up with CJ, and then behind him is a tailback is going to give it straight up the middle. Boy, and that ball, they went to Jaden B. Hill, and
didn't go very far.
That play only took about a half an hour to execute.
And lost 2 yards.
Yes. Well, they just lined up almost in a half I formation, is like a pistol, almost like a pistol formation, and then his quick pass by CJ over on the right flat, and the pass is complete, and the runner still going and moving up the field, and that's the pass complete to Pablo Montano, and Montano he's gonna move it all the way up, pick up the first down. He's gonna move it all the way down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, down at the 26, and the second really nice play by Montano in this game in the passing game.
Yeah, 8:32 to go here in the first half. 26-14. The Dons up here on Los Alamos, as Los Alamos had just made the stop and then the turnover. So they trying to come around the left side that time. And no CJ Perea trying to keep it himself, and he's not going to go anywhere. They're going to give him a yard. So they're going to move it up to the 25.
Have you noticed the offense doesn't move quite as well when they take Damian Gallegos out of the ball game?
Yeah, he does. He does make a little bit of a difference.
They seem to want to get him rest all the time, and the offense doesn't go anywhere till he comes back in.
Yeah. So the handoff and spinning away from the tackle that time, and it's still going. Okay. All right. Was that Damian again?
Yes, it was.
My golly, I mean, they grabbed him about the line of scrimmage, and he kept going, and finally
gained 6 yards.
Yeah, it only took about 5 Hilltoppers to bring him down. But we have 7:25 to go here in the first half, and they're going to give us Damian again. And boy, I tell you, I don't know what was going on there, but Damian was running in slow motion, and CJ Perea hands him the ball, and the two of them split away from each other in slow motion.
It looked like he was waiting for a hole to open that was never going to be there.
Yeah, something. He wasn't moving at all. So that's going to bring up fourth down and about 5. So big stop here now once again for Los Alamos. And so Perea going to pass is going to be complete.
And that was to Caden Rodriguez. He bobbled the ball as he was trying to catch the screen pass and caught the ball eventually and ended up getting enough for the first down. Yeah,
he actually lined up on the right side, came around in motion way behind the spread, behind the shotgun, and then rolled over all the way to the side toward the left sideline. Then they had a little sideline screen. Like Phil says, he bobbled it all the way down the left sideline. Boy, nice one-handed stop, one-tackled stop by the Hilltoppers. They gave it to Damian Martinez, and a beautiful stop that time for the Hilltoppers by Jackson Blair. He did it all by himself.
Yeah, well, the last couple handoffs to Gallegos, like you said, it's looked like he's been in slow motion out there.
Well, Jackson brought him down all by himself.
Yes, he did.
So right now we're looking at second down.
Second and goal from the 10.
Second and goal.
Gallegos out in motion to the right.
We're in naked backfield again. CJ dropping back, going to go onto the flat. And this is going to be thrown for a loss.
That was to Caden Rodriguez again.
Yeah, so, Caden Rodriguez again. And so there is Jeremiah Herzl. I'm telling you, you try to outdistance Jeremiah over there. You don't have, you're wasting your time. He is so fast.
They give Rodriguez a 3-yard gain on that play.
How'd he get a gain?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
But it will be 3rd and goal from the 7.
That's terrible. So CJ. And so this time he's going to give it around the left side, and that one is going to go to Jaden V. Hill around the right side. And V. Hill is going to be stopped. So now here we go, 4th and goal. And let's see how far up we can move this.
4th and 4.
4th down and go. 4th and goal from the 4.
with under 5 minutes left in the second half.
With a little more than 4 minutes to go. Here we go. CJ gives it to Damian. Damian
walks into the end zone.
Yes, easy peasy.
Untouched on that play.
Yes. 4th and 4. Boy, 2 opportunities to stop him. Well, that makes it 32-14. So here we go again with the point after adventure for West Las Vegas.
Now you see why they have Damian hold, so that he can be creative with it if it doesn't work very well.
Yeah, really. Cameron Padilla maybe will kick. He does.
Good.
And it's good.
That was the best looking kick so far by a mile by
yes, it is.
Padilla.
So now it makes it now 33-14.
That's the 4th touchdown for Gallegos in this ball game, Gene.
So they're going to head down to the other end of the field now and
run the best play.
All right. Yes, set Malachi up. Okay, Malachi, you tired? Ready to run, Malachi? Okay, so.
I believe they're lined up on the wrong side of the field.
No, they're not.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, yeah, we switched after first quarter. The first quarter took so long, I thought it was the whole game.
I know, really. New rule. Okay, so we're going to line it up again. That's going to be Jonathan Gonzalez. Correct that. But Jonathan. So they bust out of that 1950s Notre Dame huddle. And
it's a good luck charm, Gene.
Yeah, something, yes. Where's Malachi?
He's
Jeremiah
back there.
Hertzall over on the right side, and Malachi over here on the left side. So here comes the Jaws, and that's going to go. This one's going to go to Jeremiah Hertzall, coming straight up the middle, and he's off to the races, and he's going to go. He's going to go all the way. There goes Jeremiah Hertzall into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 straight runbacks for Los Alamos. Unbelievable. Holy mackerel.
We got a hurt player down for West Las Vegas on that return, too.
And no flags.
No.
Don't see any flags anywhere. We have an injured player on the field, but my golly, Jeremiah Hertzall.
Now we have a flag down.
Now they're throwing a flag.
I don't know what that flag would be. You can't call it.
Going to be
20 seconds after the play.
I'm going to say. What's he saying?
It looks like they're going to give him the touchdown.
Dead ball foul.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
On West or on
both
Los Alamos.
sides.
Oh.
What, do we have a little fight?
Must have
had a little battle back there on the 35-yard line of the Hilltoppers, because after everybody took off and Jeremiah in the end zone, we had the player down at the 35-yard line for West Las Vegas, so simply offsetting penalties. That's that. Hilltoppers get the touchdown, and now here comes Sally Hopkins. Sally puts it up, and good.
It's unbelievable how Los Alamos is staying in this game.
three touchdown runbacks. You believe that?
In a row.
Yes, back right. The three-peat on a touchdown run back.
Different players too.
33-21.
Jeremiah
Boy.
Hertzall gets in on the action this time.
Yeah, really. And the thing about it was that Jeremiah, the kick was a long kick.
Yes.
Jeremiah went back and had trouble getting a hold of it. And he finally got a hold of it, and then he just took off straight up the middle. And, boy, there he went. By everybody.
Unbelievable.
Holy mackerel. Three touchdown run backs. And so now it's 33-21.
And we're actually
Oh. Well,
they're giving them 15. They're giving Los Alamos 15 yards on the kickoff on the unsportsmanlike conduct on West Las Vegas.
I'm wondering what I'm wondering is there was a player that walked up to the referee while the player was laying on the ground, and he said something to the ref. Then the ref threw the flag.
Might have said something.
I wonder
to
if
the
he
ref.
said something. And I think the referee signaled wrong when he signaled the unsportsmanlike conduct to Los Alamos. It wasn't offsetting penalties. It was a
yes. And I did see them ask Garrett Williams if they wanted it on the extra point or on the kickoff.
Now you want to go half the distance to go. So Charles Steinkamp will kick off, and this one should sail into the end zone easily because he's kicking it now here from
way out of the end zone.
Kicking it actually from the 45-yard line. So, so that's what happened. I'm sure that's what it was because the official was standing right there, and they were tending to the player on the field, and then a player walked up to the ref, said something to the ref, and then there came the flag. So
it's a very bad play as a teammate there.
Yeah.
To get that kind of call.
That puts West Las Vegas all the way back on their own 20.
Still a 12-point game here, Gene.
I don't think they were that far back. Yeah, I know. We keep staying in this ball game. Perea gets the snap. Right down the middle, wide open. Nobody there, and heading straight up the middle of the field and all the way down inside the 25-yard line of the Hilltoppers. And, boy, I mean, that was just – it doesn't get any easier than that. I mean, straight – Perea just took a couple of steps back, and I think that pass was complete. If I'm right, it's just to Jaden V. Hill. And
yeah, I believe that is correct.
And all he did was just run straight up the middle. He just ran kind of a little slant pattern into the middle. Now trying to come around the left side, C.J. Perea, and he breaks him. I mean, Damian Gallegos, and my golly, had three Hilltoppers had a hold of him, and he was about to come down, and next thing we knew, he actually shed the three tacklers and then took off again. And
ended up gaining about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be thrown for a loss.
Gain of, they say 4 on the screen, but they went a lot farther than 4 yards.
Yes, and so
this one goes nowhere. The 2nd and 4 play ends up at the line of scrimmage.
Yes. So here we come now with 3rd down. And
looks like 3rd and 2 or 3.
Yeah, 3rd and about 2.
2. Now they corrected on the scoreboard.
The ball is right. Timeout, West Las Vegas. So anyway,
Los Alamos has all kinds of opportunities in this game, Gene.
Well, I guess
they just need to get a stop here, and they've proven that all they need is special teams.
Yeah, right. Just what they need to do is if they can at least get them to 3 and out and have them punt. That's our big attack. That must be Garrett must have spent the entire week working on kickoff runbacks. But boy, I tell you, they've had some beauties. Boy, two beautiful runs by Malachi Gutierrez, and then that last run by Jeremiah Hertzall. I mean, he just got it down, had to bobbled it a little around the inside the 10-yard line, and then he just took off straight up the middle. I mean, flat straight up.
It was beautiful.
Oh God, yes. And then, but I'll tell you that Damian Gallegos is, my golly, he's impossible to bring down. So here we go. 3rd down and about 2. The ball is at the, what about the 15-yard line?
Yes.
Yeah, right at the 15. 3rd and 2. Comes to CJ Perea, dropping back into the end zone, wide open touchdown. And
those numbers are impossible to see on some of these jerseys.
Yeah, they are tough. Tough numbers. And that was number 10.
That was Pablo Montano.
Yeah. And boy, you don't get any more open than he did.
No.
Wow. And 3:08 remains here in this first half of play.
What a high-scoring half of football, though.
I know, really. And we still got 3 minutes to go in the first half. What time is it now, for God's sake?
That kick is good.
Kick is good.
It is 8:07, Gene.
8:07, and we're already almost through the first half.
Unbelievable, huh?
Yeah.
We get to see another kickoff return by Los Alamos.
Here we go. Well,
I think that at this point, I think the West Las Vegas coach would be happy if his kicker started kicking it out of bounds again.
Well, yeah, either kick it out of bounds or an onside kick, one of the two. But well, let's see what Adrian Gonzalez has decided to do here.
They got to change something on these kickoffs.
So they're going to bring out Pablo Montano or Jonathan Gonzalez. Now we'll tee it up, and as usual, we have Malachi Gutierrez, and he's deep on the left side, and Jeremiah Herzl deep on the right side. And then bringing up a couple of up backs. But right now,
got the Joe. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Yeah. That's what Los Alamos is expecting. And there it goes. And
Los Alamos.
that was a big pile up.
West thinks they have it.
Well, the Hilltoppers are saying it was touched before it went 10 yards.
And it is going to be West Las Vegas ball, it looks like.
Uh-oh, we have another. And so one of the Hilltoppers went and pointed over said that it was touched after 9 yards. And this wasn't the official, but it was one of the side judge. Boy, he came over and boy, he gave a finger wagging to talk to one of the Hilltoppers. Boy, don't you tell me how to referee. So.
Well, in any case, West Las Vegas gets to keep the ball.
God. And we were waiting for it. So
robbed us of the most fun play in the night.
Yeah, really. So the ball is at the 48-yard line of the Hilltoppers. And long snap, the count. CJ dropping back, airing it out, long pass downfield, right down the middle of the field, and that's good for the touchdown. And that was Jaden Behill.
How wide open can the defense allow these receivers
straight up
to be?
the middle, man? And you
That's
see that
3
pass?
times tonight.
Yeah. And he went straight up the middle. He was wide open, and that pass was right smack on right on the money.
Unreal.
Perfect pass.
That kid's going to be a great quarterback in a couple of years.
When he grows up.
When he grows into that body.
Yes, he does. So here we go again. Extra point try. And this one's going to go
not even close.
Wide, way wide right. And that was Cameron Padilla on the attempt. Now it's 46-21. And we have 2:59 remaining in this explosive ball game. This is unbelievable.
This is a crazy game, Gene.
Oh my God, is it ever? And here comes John McHale. I think he's got all the pictures he needs.
It's been the same plays over and over again.
Did you get enough pictures, John? I don't think you need any more pictures. Plenty of highlights tonight, that's for sure. So,
Well,
anyway,
3 highlights, all the same kind of play for Los Alamos.
Really. Here's highlight number 1. We don't need to show you 2 and 3. They're the same. So here we go.
Are we gonna get another onside kick, Gene?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. That other one worked so well. Uh-oh.
Jaws theme is back.
Here comes Jaws.
Oh, we're lining up for a normal kickoff this time.
Okay.
What's it say about a game if the kickoffs are the most interesting part?
Gonna boot it away, and this one is going to be taken by Malachi Gutierrez, coming straight up the middle of the field, and he's going to make it up to about the 40, and then he's going to be racked up.
It's by Jonathan Gonzalez on the tackle there.
Yeah, Jonathan coming in to make the stop, but it looked for a moment like Malachi had some running room.
It did. It looked like the Red Sea was going to part once again for Los Alamos. Or I should say the Green Sea for the Hilltoppers.
The Green Sea. You know, what's interesting is that West Las Vegas has the same colors that we do. They're green and gold. So
very different interpretation of it on the football field.
Yes. So.
And their black uniforms.
Yes. So the pass is going to be complete up this time to Caden Thornton, as over on the left flat.
Picks up about 7 yards.
And let's see where they're going to spot this thing down about like Phil says, they're going to put it down.
About the 45.
Well, now they move it back a little bit.
They were at the 46, and then they moved it back to the 45.
Yeah. They're getting to be very good at that.
All we can do is look at where the officials are, and it seems like very often Los Alamos ends up with the ball a couple of yards further back than they're spotted.
So the Hilltoppers right now, the ball right on the 45-yard line, their own 45. And they're going to give it to Tiki Nieto. He's going to go straight up the middle.
First down.
And I think he's got enough. Oh, well, no, there it goes back a yard.
Yeah, they gave it to him, I think. Yes, first down.
Okay. Yeah.
Took him a minute to give it to him.
I know. Didn't move it back far enough. So they got So here we go. All right.
Ball at the 49 for Los Alamos.
Pass by Jacob and to Jeremiah Herzl, cutting around the right side. So a little swing pass over to the right. And Jeremiah, he was halfway down the field, looking down the field. Never got the ball.
He forgot about the ball on his way to the end zone.
He just flat took his eyes off of that completely.
He had about 20 yards in front of him.
He did. And you could just see him look away at the last second. So it's going to be second down for Los Alamos and 10. Jacob dropping back under a lot of pressure. He's going down. And boy, coming in, really putting the charge on him was
Josh Griego on the tackle, on the sack there for West Las Vegas, a 6 foot, 200-pound senior. He does not look to be 6 foot tall.
No. Now we're going to have a timeout on the field.
West is quite generous with their height height listing.
They really are. Right. Yeah, no, here. Stand on this stool so we can get your height.
So it's going to be
loss.
Third and a very long 17 yards.
Wow. So yeah, dropping back, and he could not get away. That ball is all the way back to the 42-yard line, and they need to get to the 41 of.
It's a 19 yards right there.
Yes, 19 yards. They need to get to the 41 of the Dons, and they're back on their own 42. And third down and 19. So Hilltoppers take a timeout with 1:59 remaining here in this first half.
It's like a 2-minute warning in the NFL, Gene.
Yeah. All new rules. 2-minute rules now. Third.
Oh, man.
It says 3rd and 17, but it's actually 3rd and 19.
Yeah.
So let's see what the Hilltoppers are going to do. Jacob looks downfield, and right in the middle of the field, he's got a man wide open, and he's got enough for a first down.
Wow.
Well, Malachi Gutierrez.
All the way down to the 39-yard line.
Wow, he needed 19, he got 21.
Wow.
Holy mackerel,
That's
beautiful.
an impressive play.
Yes, it was very, very, very impressive. And so he just stood up. He kind of faked a short pass and then came back and hit Malachi coming across the middle of the field. And now there's Malachi again. And this time it's kind of almost a screen because Malachi didn't go anywhere. Malachi just stood up there. He came out wide to the right. Then he didn't go anywhere. He just turned around and just stood there. The pass came straight to him, and he just took right up the field.
Yeah, picks up 9 on that first down pass play.
Yeah, very nice. So Jacob, once again, this time is going to be low. Let's see, did he catch it?
Incomplete pass intended for Jeremiah Hartzell.
Yeah, so that was right smack in front of the Hilltopper bench. So we were completely screened out on that one. So.
Yeah, so it'll bring up 3rd down and a long 1 for Los Alamos.
So, well, this is 4-down territory, of course.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh, here comes that siren. They're going to give it to Tiki. He's going to pick up the first down.
Yep.
So Tiki Nieto right up the middle.
Needed 1, got about 3.
But we're down to 63 seconds to go and the clock moving. The Hilltoppers have 2 timeouts remaining.
Got to pick up the pace here a little bit on offense.
A little bit. Boy, the crowd here from Los Alamos. Boy, let's go. The ball's on the ground. Still on the ground. And finally, Las Vegas gets it.
It was a forward pass, though. It should have been incomplete. It was a shovel pass forward.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So let's see what
he never had control of that football.
Yeah, and I think that's what the Hilltoppers are telling the officials that actually should have been a forward pass. And I don't think the officials are listening to them.
No, they're not.
Don't you tell us how to referee. So
no, they're going to give West Las Vegas that football.
Well, the ball, the little shovel pass went out. It bounced away, and then the Hilltoppers falling on it immediately for the Hilltoppers was Jacob Green.
And now they're calling it incomplete.
So, geez. So Jacob Green falling out of the mid, he came right down on top of it, just squirted out from under his body, and then squirted out, and he just kept squirting from one player to another. And finally, Las Vegas fell on it. But then, of course, as Mike and Phil pointing out, that was a forward pass, incomplete pass. So it makes it second and 10.
It's a different quarterback, Gene.
Yes, it's certain. Oh yeah, that's
Jake Sorensen.
Oh, Jacob came out holding his elbow after that play, and they're working on it right now. He's with Mick Matuzak down there. But yeah, when he came running off the field, and he was holding his elbow. And what do we have going on here, Mike?
False start.
False start against the Hilltoppers. Yeah, he came running off that, and that new quarterback was normally Jake Sorensen. So Jake Sorensen is a quarterback.
Yeah, and Jacob Green has his helmet off on the sideline right now.
Yeah, he was really favoring his left elbow. So Sorensen with the pass over on the left side. That's going to go essentially nowhere. That pass was complete.
Caden Thornton on the
Caden
catch.
Thornton. Now the
Now we have
Hilltoppers are going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
30 seconds remain here in the first half. 46-21. I mean, wild scoring ball game.
I think the best case right there would have been for the Hilltoppers to kind of let this clock expire, honestly.
Yeah, really.
With a backup quarterback in the game, you've got 3rd and 16 right now.
Yes.
You don't want to give West Las Vegas a chance to possess the ball again before the end of the half.
No, he said you could do the old play where you could run back into the end zone, take a safety. Save 5 points.
Yeah, and they are still looking at Jacob Green's arm on that sideline.
Yeah, it's his left arm, right?
Yes, it is.
So let's see what the. All right.
Yeah, Mike says he was hit on the arm during that shovel pass. So, but we don't have any trainers looking at him right now. We have players looking at him.
So so the Hilltoppers now with the third down and long. Jake Sorensen, the quarterback out of that spread. Short pass is going to come over onto the left sideline, down the left sideline, and heading toward the end zone and into the score for the Hilltoppers. And that was
Nieto.
And that was Tiki Nieto. Wow.
What a play.
Yes. So Jake Sorensen dropped back, just a little short pass over on the left side, just a few feet, just about 2 or 3 yards up the field. And then Tiki turns around and takes it all the way to the end zone. So now it's 46-27, and we're still in the first half. You can believe this. 20 seconds to go. Sally Hopkins, I think they blocked it.
Yes, they did.
That's not a nice thing to do to our homecoming queen.
No.
Boo.
So it remains a 19-point game here with 20 seconds left in the first half.
Time for an onside kick. So 46-27.
You don't often see 73 points in a first half.
No. I know, and that's the thing. It's crazy. The mercy rule doesn't kick in until you get up by 35 and 50, and look at this. Right now, what is it, a 19-point game?
19.
So here we go. So Charles Steinkamp will boot it away.
He's got a leg on him.
Yeah, he does. Comes back, taken in the end zone, trying to spinning away and still going, but still going. Oh my golly, there he goes. And we got to have
Ball's out. Horse collar tackle though.
We got a horse collar. The ball's on the ground. The Hilltoppers recover it, but we're going to have a horse collar tackle called on Los Alamos.
Yeah, the horse collar led to the fumble by Gallegos.
Yes. So he caught the ball and then he started to go, took a few steps, just kind of took 2 steps to the left, spun around back to his right. He's still back there on the 15-yard line. Then he finally decided to head upfield. And then he started going and he kept going. And every time you think he's going to get hit and dropped, he just keeps on going. Finally, one of the Hilltoppers caught him from behind and grabbed him by, the definite horse collar. There wasn't any question about that. He reached out and grabbed him by the shoulder pad. But that was actually a good thing because
he would have scored otherwise.
Yes. So now that they put 4 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Los Alamos fans not happy, but it is the correct call.
Crowd doesn't like that.
And interestingly, I believe West Las Vegas will have the ball around the spot where Los Alamos recovered the fumble.
Yes. So here we go. Probably going to be a 15-yard penalty. And that's exactly what it is. So they're going to move it. There's going to be 4 seconds to go. And the West Las Vegas has 2 timeouts. Hilltoppers have 1. Of course, that's academic. But it's going to be first, essentially first and goal from the 20.
Yeah, you have time for one
essentially.
play.
Yes. So they're going to give it to Damian. He's going to go
Unbelievable.
straight up the middle and in the end zone. Are you kidding me? Are you flat kidding me?
Wow.
He runs it all the way down. We have a horse collar tackle. They penalize him up to the 20-yard line. They hand him the ball up the middle, and I don't think we had one topper put a finger on him.
Nope.
Just sailed into the end zone. Unbelievable. We could have got out of this half, like 46 to 20 line. So a long time ago. But first down from the 20, 4 seconds to go. The kick is going to be wide left, wide right again.
You know what caused that though, Gene, is Los Alamos taking that timeout with 30 seconds left.
No, that's right. Yeah. Oh my God. 52 to 27. And so what a ball game. I'm telling you, this is Gene Mortensen with Phil Scher and Mike Mays. Mike, he's going to have all kinds of astounding stats for us here. He's not through adding everything up yet. So anyway, Phil, talk to me. Tell me let's see. You broadcast with me for 2 years while you were at the Monitor.
I did.
And then you haven't been on the air since, right?
I have not.
But you are contracted here, I understand, to take over the let's see, what is it? Highland
softball.
Highland Lady Bronco softball, is that what it is?
What do they call them? Cowgirls.
The Cowgirls.
The Highlands Cowgirl softball team in the spring this year. I will be on the TV side, actually.
What's that?
On TV.
Oh, on TV.
Not on radio.
Oh, is that right?
It's an online broadcast, but it's a TV broadcast.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah. I will be the play-by-play man for the Highlands University softball team this year. Very happy to be taking that over.
Problem with TV is it just keeps you honest.
Can't get away with anything.
No. That's the nice thing about radio.
But the good thing about TV is you get replay.
That's right. Yeah.
You get replays, so
yeah.
You can. It kills the time a little easier between action.
Yeah. Okay. So Hilltopper. So how did you end up with that job?
So my neighbor, I live in a house where it's a split property, and my downstairs neighbor is the assistant softball coach for Highlands University for softball. And so we became good friends last season, and they needed a new broadcaster after last season. Highlands was not happy with who was broadcasting their softball games. And so Maggie Metz is the coach, and she brought my name to the head coach, Kevin Janish, and they agreed to let me broadcast this upcoming season all home games.
My understanding was that the previous broadcaster wasn't really, how do I put it, real positive.
The team got complaints from other teams that he was talking bad about the Highlands University softball team on the home broadcast routinely. And
nice.
It is a home broadcast, and they were not very pleased with what they were getting on home broadcasts.
Yeah. So
anyway. Hopefully I can bring a different energy to that to those broadcasts this season and learn from one of the best to be able to do that, Gene.
Exactly. I mean, you couldn't have had better training.
That's right. Maybe I'll invite you down for a game.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
We've done plenty of softball games together before, Gene.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've done everything together.
It's well established. I said for 2 years that was my favorite sport to broadcast.
Yeah.
So I get to do a lot of it.
Yeah, we did. We did it all: football, soccer, volleyball, both boys and girls soccer, boys and girls basketball, and softball and baseball.
I was well-rounded by the time I left there.
Yeah, a busy 2 years.
I could say for 2 years I was one of the only volleyball color commentators in the state.
Yeah, that's right. You were. That's exactly right. So, but right now it's 52 to 27. Unbelievable. how in the world did we give up a touchdown with what no time but 20 seconds to go when we scored?
Yes.
And then that crazy play, and they got down. Finally, ended up down to put 4 seconds on the clock, penalized down to the 20-yard line. So essentially, it was first and goal from the 20.
Yes.
We had time for one more play, unless there was a penalty. And
well, like you say, first and goal from the 20. Why were the entire Topper defense on the 20-yard line? Don't line up on the line of scrimmage. There's nobody behind you at that point. All you have to do is stop from giving up 20 yards.
Yeah.
Whether he gets 18 does not matter.
Yeah, right.
Line up 5 yards back and get ready to tackle him, after he gets ahead of steam a little bit.
Yeah.
There was no reason to bunch the line of scrimmage on that play.
No, not at all. And so, but anyway, we're
crazy ball game though.
Mike Mays is doing his quick math, and he's gonna. I think in a moment
it's gonna be a great halftime report here. From Mike Mays.
I mean, he's writing out the whole thing. We're gonna do a teleprompter style.
And I think we're about ready for Mike.
Don't fall down, Mike. Don't fall down.
Trying to delay getting on the air here, I think.
I know how that goes.
All right, we're going to hand it over to Mike Mays now.
All right, Mike, you're on.
All right, that was easy. No problem there. Your garden variety first half, Gene.
Oh, yeah.
Just nothing that interesting happening. So Gene, wow, I've never seen a first half like this.
No.
And it was just absolutely nuts. 52 points in the first half.
Yes.
That is stunning to me.
52 to 27.
To 27.
Yeah.
So interestingly, Gene, the Toppers don't have a ton of offensive yardage.
No.
All of their yards have come on kick returns.
Yes.
So Toppers just with 81 yards of total offense in that first half, despite putting up 27 points. Jake Green, 10 for 18 in that first half, had the pair of picks. He ended up with 80 yards, but the two picks ended up being very, very big. Again, Gene, we saw last week his receivers not doing him a ton of favors. 3 drop passes in one half, a couple of drop passes tonight as well. One of those could have gone for big yardage. Looked like there was plenty of running room, but just could not hang on. So could be 12 for 18 at this point. But Green, his last throw was obviously that shovel pass, and got his arm hit, and that was pretty serious. He got just absolutely leveled right on that elbow, right on that last pass. So we'll keep an eye on him. But like you said, like Phil was noticing, the trainer wasn't looking at him. It was kind of the assistants. I don't want to say bag of ice here, Gene, but you know what? I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there.
We brought 2 bags.
We did bring 2 bags,
which was good.
That was really good. That was really good. So checking out the West Las Vegas Dons, Gene.
Big trouble.
So CJ Perea dropped back 13 times, 10 for 13, 259 yards.
Is that right?
Throwing in that first half.
Unbelievable.
The 67-yard catch and run touchdown to start the game, 48-yard touchdown, 24-yard touchdown, and then a big 57-yard pickup as well for Damian Gallegos. 16 carries, 93 yards. Toppers actually did a pretty good job most of the half of keeping him contained. He has been, just absolutely eating up chunks and chunks of yardage throughout. But right at the end, the 20-yard touchdown That was unbelievable. And it, the Topper defense looked stunned that he got the ball. There was no question who was going to get the ball.
Well, it's like Phil was pointing out that they just everybody bunched up at the line of scrimmage like it was a goal line stand, and there was everybody. All he had to do was break through the first the first wall, and he was gone, and he was.
Yeah, no problem there. So he did have a couple of big runs. Yeah, most of that 93 yards actually came on 2 or 3 runs, Gene. They're really, for the most part, the Toppers were able to slow him down. Did have one catch for 25 yards as well. But for the Dons, Pablo Montano, the receiver, a couple of big catches tonight. He had the 67-yarder. The Dons they're not doing anything fancy. They're going straight down the middle of the field between the hashes, and Perea just laying the ball into him. And there is nobody back there.
No.
There is no safety help. There's if they're getting past the corners, they're gone.
Yeah, the last couple of passes, I mean, it was right down the middle of the field. Right, like you say, right smack.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that at all. And once the receiver catches the pass, there's nothing in front of him but green. So big offensive numbers for West. They've been moving the ball up and down the field pretty much at will, and just huge night there for quarterback CJ Perea. Also had 5 carries for 60 yards. Had the 42-yarder in the first quarter. Set up their second touchdown. So a lot going on, and it just in the span of just 3.5 minutes, in the first quarter, the Dons were able to score 3 touchdowns, and then coming back into the second quarter in the span of less than 5 minutes, they scored all their points in that second quarter.
Yes.
So, Toppers just have not found any answer for the West Las Vegas offense. Only thing keeping them in the ball game right now is Malachi and the special teams.
Yeah, and the interesting thing too is that when we come out for the second half, we'll be kicking off to West Las Vegas. So
they'll have a 2 for 1 chance here.
Yeah, they could run this out to 59.
Wow.
But I mean, 79 points in the first half.
I've never seen anything like
combined.
that.
I haven't either. 52-27 after one half of play. That is phenomenal.
But it has been an entertaining game. You can't say it has not been entertaining. So anyway, and we're just absolutely thrilled to be up here in Las Vegas and get to hang out with our very good buddy Phil Shore. And Phil, tell us a little bit more about Highland sports. Obviously, with the D2 school up here, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of that's got to be really exciting to have a college right there in your backyard and just be able to see all those different sports and get to follow collegiate sports in the Rocky Mountains, and stuff like that.
It's very exciting. The whole sports scene here in Las Vegas is so much different than in Los Alamos, where you have one dedicated school that you cover all the time, and here the 2 high schools plus the college. It's a culture shock going between the 2 places, and specifically Highlands. They're having an athletic. What is the start of an athletic renaissance up there? They have a new athletic director that just started 2 years ago, new football coach, a lot of new life injected into that program. I was telling these guys earlier today before we got on the air about the football team and how they have basically the new coach came in this season and has gutted the football program, which has been wildly unsuccessful for the last decade.
Absolutely.
And they have 5 players left over from the 2019 team the last time they played, including their starting quarterback, who was actually bought in very well to the system. And they have a lot of D1 transfers on that team. It's a very exciting team to follow. I think they're 2-2 to start the season right now. So it's been an up and down season, but much improved, and they've had a lot of big success. Baseball programs improved, softball programs improving, volleyball programs improving. It's a very exciting time to be here in Las Vegas specifically, and I look forward to seeing them continue to grow moving forward, and very excited to be part of it. And we got the Los Alamos is back on the field right now to warm up for the second half here, as it looks like we've got about a minute and a half left in halftime.
Yeah, we sure do. 52-27 in favor of West Las Vegas. We're going to take a quick break, then we will be right back after about 1:10 remaining. We're going to get the mandatory 3-minute warm-up period, whether you want it or not. But we will be right back, and you're going to hear a word. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post and coverage of the Los Alamos High School Hilltopper football team. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
We are back. So, thank you, Mr. Mays, for that outstanding and inspiring halftime summary.
What would we do? What would we do without Mike? Gene?
I don't know. Hard to say, really. So, anyway, so the Hilltoppers been an interesting ball game. The Hilltoppers, like Mike said, they have not generated a lot of offense from the scrimmage, but they're in this ball game because we had three kickoff returns, beautiful kickoff returns, and that has kept Los Alamos in the ball game. But unfortunately, giving up that last touchdown, that was a tough one because the Hilltoppers scored with 20 seconds to go in the half, and then they ended up kicking off, and then they got called for the penalty with 4 seconds remaining in the half. The run back was a big run back by Damian Gallegos, and then finally they got the horse collar that moved it all the way up to the 20-yard line after his run and the penalty. And then they just simply came out, and they had 4 seconds and 20 yards from the goal line. So essentially it was first and goal from the 20. And Damian, he just kind of waltzed into the end zone. He didn't have any trouble getting in there. That was for sure. And so the teams are back on the field, and
I'm not sure Jacob Green is, though, Gene.
And
do not see him warming up for Los Alamos right now.
I haven't seen him yet.
After taking that hit on the shuffle pass late in the second quarter, I do not see him out there for the beginning of warm-ups to begin.
Yeah, I was watching him coming back out onto the field, and there he is.
Actually, he is down there. He's in the first row.
Yeah, he's doing jumping jacks.
Yes,
so
he is.
So, anyway,
we'll see if he's able to go.
Looks that way. That's good. So, but the Hilltoppers are going to have to kick off here to the Dons. And we have now, the clock is cranking down to 45 seconds to go in this intermission. And then we'll be ready to go for half number 2. And what time is it?
It's 8:45.
8:45 already.
Only 8:45, Gene.
Only took 2 hours for this first half.
Yeah, we do have Jacob Green running onto the sideline here.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So
still holding that arm, though.
Yeah, that's not good. So we'll see.
Still working out that left arm on the sideline down here.
Well, at least, I don't know how things will go, but, it's not his throwing arm. So that, of course, is is good from that standpoint. Let's just hope it's not too much of a. I know what it's like. I just I had a hairline fracture in my elbow a week ago.
Oh wow.
One of my crash. When you get to this age, you crash and burn a lot. And so
I can't imagine that's true, Gene.
every one of my classmates I talk to, they tell me that every time they go to the doctor says, "Have you fallen down since the last time I saw you?" That's the same question I get.
Oh man.
The answer is usually yes. The Charles Steinkamp will put the ball down for Los Alamos.
Jacob Green does have his helmet on the sideline down here. So we'll see if we see him out there.
Yeah, so the Hilltoppers won the toss and they elected to receive in the beginning of the ball game. So now it is the Dons' turn to receive, and there's a little squib kick, and so
not a squib kick, a touchback, Gene.
Touchback. So there's a. So hey, Charles is I think isn't he a soccer player, Mike? Yeah.
Well,
big time.
I hear Steinkamp. I assume they're a soccer player. I covered Arthur Steinkamp both the years I was in Los Alamos.
Yeah. Well, he's a big, tall kid, and boy, he's got a foot on him too. So, but yeah, he got that boot going in the end zone for the touchback. And so here we go, 1st and 10 for the Dons from their own 20, leading in this ball game 52-27 as we start half number 2. And then setting back in the shotgun right now is C.J. Perea, the quarterback freshman, and of course Damian Gallegos. C.J. is going to throw down, looking downfield. He wants to air it out. Now he's going to go. I think he's going to go. Is he going to throw it? No, finally going to run. And finally he's going to get hit. So
I think that long run gave him a little too much confidence in his running ability.
Yeah, he started back and it looked like he had a man open coming down the left sideline. I thought he was going to heave it, and then he suddenly pulled back, started running fading a little toward his right. I thought he was going to throw it again, and then finally he decided to tuck it under, but by that time his time had run out.
Yeah, and it's a shame on that one for West because Damian Gallegos had a great block right in front of him early on in that play.
This is an interesting play here because what they did was the pass goes to Damian Gallegos, but what they did was was it Damian or
no? It
wasn't Damian. I think they sent Damian out as a decoy because it was Enrique?
Might have been
Enrique Gonzalez, but Damian had lined up next to CJ, and then CJ motioned him over to the right side. So I thought that's what they were going to do, was to use that as the path. Here's the handoff now is going to go
Damian
to Gallegos around the left side, and he's going to go all the way, heading down and across the 10-yard line into the end zone.
Yeah, and that's going to be a 61-yard run there for West Las Vegas.
Holy mackerel.
That's touchdown number 6 for Gallegos tonight, equaling his number that he had against Espanola Valley.
And he's just getting started. I mean, 58-27. It's like a basketball game. So here we go. And we're going to have Cameron Padilla attempt the extra point. He's been having a lot of trouble tonight. Is he going to go? Yep, there he goes again.
I don't even think that was blocked, Gene.
Yeah, that one was blocked. The others have been just wide right.
Yes.
So he needed to adjust to the left a little bit, but this one, somebody from Los Alamos got a hand on it. But right now it's 58-27. So
he's missed 4 extra points, and that is the 4 points keeping the running clock from beginning.
Oh, that's right. Is exactly right. So
So it remains a 31-point ball game here at 58-27 with just under 11 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yes. Yeah, but Mike, of course, what Phil's talking about is that when a team goes up by 35 in the second half, we move to a running clock, and the clock just runs for the normal things, normal times that you have timeouts like incomplete passes or somebody goes out of bounds or whatever. The clock just keeps on moving. They stop it for injuries and official timeouts and timeouts by the teams, that kind of thing. But the normal stoppages, no. And then if it gets up to 50, then that's it. Game's over. So.
But because of the kicking issues for West Las Vegas, it remains under the threshold for a running clock.
Yeah, so Jonathan Gonzalez now will boot it again as he gets the Jaws onside kick.
That was an unintentional onside kick.
Did he miss it?
Yes.
And I guess he must have. Would you see the spin that he put on that thing?
It went forward about 5 yards, and then it went backwards about 5 yards.
It just turned around, spinning like crazy on its end, and just turned around and went back about 5 yards.
And of course, finally, West touched it, and that is a penalty because it did not go 10 yards.
Yes.
Which will set up Los Alamos with great field position, and great news, Jacob Green is in the game, Gene.
Yes. So they're going to give the Hilltoppers the ball where it was touched by the Dons.
Which is the 44-yard line of West Las Vegas, which is 4 yards away from where he kicked it.
So the Hilltoppers, well, we should have had an encroachment, should have had a false start. Well, the pass goes now to Jeremiah Hartzell coming around the right side. He's going to move it up to about the 30-yard line. Finally hit and dropped down there by Caden Rodriguez.
He carried Caden Rodriguez for about 5 yards downfield, too.
Yes, he did.
And that was the second effort that got him the first down on that play.
So the Hilltoppers start things off with a first down. They move the ball down to the 30-yard line. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. In motion goes Hertzall. They're going to fake it to Hertzall. Jacob rolling to his right. Now he's going to try to keep it himself. I'm not sure that's a good idea with the elbow.
Not a good idea.
Anyway, so the tackle this time made by Enrique Gonzalez. But so Enrique with the stop. But let's see.
He picked up about 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, what are we sorting out here? So the ball now is about the 30. Let's see, it's
20, the 28-yard line.
Yeah, 28-yard line. Pass to the flat over on the left side. Little trouble getting the handle that time. So that was to Tiki Nieto, and he just, not the Nieto, let me correct that. No, that receiver was Abraham Sanchez.
And that bobble is what bottled up that play.
Yeah, because if he had caught it, he could have turned around and he had room to run. But bobbling the ball, just that second or two, he just ended up just standing there. Then he was able to go nowhere. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for Los Alamos.
We got 2 men in motion on Los Alamos.
There we go, illegal shift.
Yeah, they had. It was Jeremiah Hartzell and it was Caden Thornton both in motion at the same time right before the snap.
Yeah, they can't do that. So the illegal shift. So that's going to bring it back to, they're going to make it 3rd and 11. And the ball right now is at the 31-yard line of the Dons. Yeah. So in motion, so the Hilltopper rolling to his right is Jacob Green looking downfield, has a man open, and does he pull it in?
No, it's incomplete.
Right in front of the Hilltopper bench. That was intended for Jeremiah Hartzall.
Yeah, right through his hands too. It was a well-contested pass, but that's a catch that he can make.
So now it's going to be 4th down and 11.
obviously 4-down territory for the offense here.
Yes. So, well, let's see. We could bring Sally in, and
It's a long field goal, though.
it'll only be a 48-yard field goal.
And now it looks like
Whoa! They start the siren up, and now they're stopping play. And the official talking with Jacob Green. Now the other official, the one that was wagging his finger at one of the Hilltoppers, is now discussing something.
And now the official has walked over to Adrian Gonzalez to discuss what's happening here.
So, well, anyway, I have no idea what is happening. Right now it's 58-27. Yeah, the Dons up on Los Alamos with 8:57 remaining here in the third quarter.
Mike thinks that the discussion has to do with the use of the siren there.
Yeah, I wonder. So they start that siren up, and then I don't know, maybe they're going to tell them to knock that off.
And now they're going to allow play to resume.
Yes, without a siren. Nope, here comes the siren.
Here it comes again.
So Jacob airing it downfield. That's caught into the end zone. Goes for the Hilltoppers, and a touchdown. And he's tackled. There's a flag. He's late hit.
That's Hartzell.
Yes, it is. That's Jeremiah Hartzell. Boy, runs a beautiful pattern as he cut up from the left side and it came across to the right side. Got a beautiful pass, ran into the end zone, and as he was just crossing the back line of the end zone, he got hit by one of the Dons. So that's going to cost them 15 yards, and of course that will be on the kickoff.
Yeah, which will most likely lead to a touchback for Los Alamos on that kickoff. It's what happened last time we had that situation.
So the Hilltoppers are 4th and 11 from the 31-yard line, and they strike.
That's just a fantastic play call.
Yeah, it really was. And so Sally Hopkins once again comes in for Los Alamos. Jeremiah will hold. The Hartzell puts it down. A kick by Sally. Looks good. Is good.
And that will make it a 58-34 ball game.
Yeah, so Sally, let's see, she's missed one tonight. She had it blocked.
Yes.
But other than that, she's been perfect. She was
she's
perfect last week, too.
Impressive kicker out there.
Yes, she is. 58-34. So right now, it's a 24-point ball game. This has been a crazy one. Wow.
92 points so far combined, Gene.
Yes. And now here comes a 15-yard penalty for the late hit. And it was a blatant late hit.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
completely unnecessary.
Oh, totally. I mean, Jeremiah had crossed the end zone. He was essentially by himself back there. And then essentially what happened was he got hit as he went down, and then the young man who made the late hit was yelling at him. So Charles just puts it in the end zone easily. So Steinkamp's kick makes it a touchback. And now we go 8:49 remaining here in this third quarter.
I've always felt like the unsportsmanlike penalty is not really fairly enforced on those kinds of plays. What kind of penalty is just
That's right,
15 yards on a kickoff?
Exactly. I know, exactly. It's kind of pointless.
But I guess we don't make the rules of high school football, Gene.
No. We could make some good ones.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about a lot of different rules that we could institute over the years.
So right now they're going to line up and I got a full backfield back there. It looks like a T formation almost. So, and they're going to hand the ball off to Damien around the right side. And there he goes. Say goodbye to Damien Gallegos. Is Jeremiah going to catch him? No, he won't. And so
80-yard touchdown.
80 yards.
7 touchdowns tonight for Damien Gallegos.
Is that 7?
7 touchdowns for Damien Gallegos.
He had 18.
Now he's got 25.
Holy Toledo. 64-34. Oh, God. Unbelievable. So the first play, they just lined up and looked like a T formation type of thing. They just snapped the ball back to CJ, and he just handed it to Damian Gallegos, and Gallegos just took off. You could see after he'd gone about 10 yards that he was gone.
Yeah, untouched again on an 80-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, he was going all the way. Cameron Padilla will attempt another one. I think he's going to get this one.
Yes, he will.
Yes, he did.
Which will make it a 65-34 ball game, Gene.
So we're back to 31 points.
That is a 99-point total so far, with 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
We have a lot of football left here in Las Vegas. And then, of course, a nice little 2-hour ride home.
I don't have that anymore.
No, you don't. You don't.
I live right behind the field back here.
Is that right?
I do.
Awesome.
I can hear the West Las Vegas field from my house whenever I'm not at the games.
You can hear the siren.
I can hear the siren.
And the jaws.
And a lot of the PA announcer saying that Damian Gallegos scores touchdowns.
Yeah, he does get to say that a lot, doesn't he? He's got to say it 25 times already this season.
He's averaged, with 8.5 minutes left in this ball game, he is averaging 5 touchdowns per game.
Good gravy. Well, you told me that I talked to you on Monday that it was going to be the Damian Gallegos show. And
I didn't lie.
No, you didn't. You also were telling me that CJ Pereira is kind of a disarming quarterback. When you look at him, you wouldn't expect he's a lot more athletic than he looks.
Yes, he is.
Sorry. So right up the middle comes the Hilltoppers again. And this one's going to go to Malachi Gutierrez. And Malachi is going to be hit and dropped.
He was actually hit by his own man back there.
Yes, he was. Well, I thought he had an opening.
Yes.
And then he got bumped by his own man right into one of the arms of one of the Dons. So 65-34, 8:29 to go here in the third quarter.
This is more like an Arena League football game, Gene. The score.
Yeah, really.
Indoor football, really. High-scoring action. Yeah, exactly. I'm not used to this in high school football because normally when you see one team put up points like this, the other team just can't keep up.
Well, yeah, that's it. So here we go, and the Hilltoppers are going to go. And right now we've got, looks like...
Yeah, 2 men in motion penalty again for Los Alamos.
Yeah, and we've got Tiki Nietos is back there with Jeremiah Hertzall.
Yeah, it's going to be an illegal shift penalty on
spread.
Los Alamos.
And we're going to get another illegal shift.
Yeah, they had 2 receivers cross paths in the backfield in their motion.
Yeah, the officials are talking it over.
Yeah. Oh, they're waving off the penalty.
Well, I thought they could both be in motion as long as one of them was set by the time
Well, the problem was they threw the flag before either of them had a chance to get set.
Well, here we go. We got Tiki. Tiki's back at quarterback right now.
That's a new look.
Yes, it is. And he's gonna fake it to Hertzall, keep it himself, coming around the right side, breaks a couple of tackles, and then great pursuit that time though by the Dons as he broke a couple of tackles, but then Caden Rodriguez came charging in along with Juan Montoya, and they dropped him down. But Tiki does pick up about 8 yards.
Yeah, it was an impressive run. It looked like straight out of the West Las Vegas playbook with their handoff, with their direct snap to Damian Gallegos earlier in this ball game.
Yeah, and so we line up once again, and so this time.
Yeah, Nieto's back there again.
Yeah, all by himself, naked backfield. So we have 2 men in motion again.
And that is going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
That one is going to be an illegal shift penalty because one of them went in motion and then saw the other one in motion and then went back the other way.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be illegal shift or false start. They may be calling the one on the left side a false start. Let's see what they do signal. Either way, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, they do call false start.
They did call the false start. Yeah, because
the back judge initially signaled an illegal shift, and then the official overruled him with a false start penalty.
Yeah, well, I think he was essentially right. They were starting to go, and then I think what happened when the young man turned around and kind of jumped back, then of course he jumped forward.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he fakes a shovel pass to Jeremiah Herzl. Tiki Naheto keeps to himself, and he's going to go, well, maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, they move forward about 2 yards there.
So the ball is going to be spotted at the 41-yard line of the Hilltoppers, and it's going to be 3rd down. And
3rd and about 6.
Yes. 3rd and 6 with 7:07 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Now they put Jacob Green back in at quarterback, but they have 3 receivers out to the right.
Yeah, I think we're going to throw. So Jacob being chased. He completes a pass up to Herzl. Herzl's still going, and he's picking up the 1st down as he gets it into West Las Vegas territory.
Yeah, he's brought down eventually at the 49-yard line of 48-yard line. It looks like is where they'll spot him. Oh, now they do push it back to the 49 of West Las Vegas. Very impressive route right across the middle of the field there by Herzl.
Yes, it was, and that's the thing with Jeremiah. He runs really good routes, and then but sometimes I don't know if he looks away from the ball or what, but we're going to have another false start called
on Los Alamos.
So,
hurting themselves with these pre-snap penalties right now.
Yeah, so Mike Mays picked that one up right away. So,
which takes away half of the yardage that Jeremiah picked up on the previous play.
So now it's going to be 1st and 15. So the ball they set the ball down at the 46. Hilltopper territory. So they'll have Tiki back at quarterback again, rolling to Jacob Green. And so he's going to throw, and he just he was in a lot of trouble. He does go down.
Got a flag down, roughing the passer?
Yeah, I think. And of course, Mike was watching that play. I was watching downfield see where the pass went. And Mike says he thinks it's going to be roughing the passer.
And he was hit hard as he released that pass.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
That's 15 yards for Los Alamos.
Yeah, that'll give the Hilltoppers a 1st down.
But that was a really nice play by Green to avoid being sacked back there.
Yeah,
initially.
It really was.
He juked one of the defenders and avoided being tackled, and that set up the roughing the passer penalty that came later.
Yes, and he had Jeremiah open, but he just had to get rid of that ball.
Yes.
So that ball that moves it up
to the 39.
39-yard line of the Dons. 65-40 is the score. 6:15 to go. And the pass. Whoa!
We have another flag down in the backfield.
Yes, and then coming down Malachi Gutierrez coming down that right sideline, and he was open, but boy, that ball was way overthrown. Let's see what this flag is. We got a flag down right at the line of scrimmage. So let's see what we're doing. The official is going to tell the other crowd.
It's a chop block.
Chop block, yes.
That's going to take away all the yardage from the roughing the passer penalty, Gene.
Yep. Here we go. Chop block.
It's the second one of those we've seen in this game, one against each team.
Yes.
And the score is 65-34 still. They incorrectly gave Los Alamos 6 points previously on the scoreboard. So the score now is correct. It is a 65-34 ball game.
Yes. 31 points again. Jacob rolling to his right. He's gonna tuck it under and go.
Ooh.
And he's gonna
hit very hard.
The ball is fumbled out, but that's after he's down.
Damian Gallegos in on that hit for West Las Vegas.
Yeah, he whacked him pretty good.
The ball came out, but it was after he was on the ground already.
He was way down.
Damian tried to pick it up and act like it was his, but the officials weren't buying that one.
No, but he does get it up to exactly, let's see, right smack nose of the ball at the 45-yard line of the Dons, and it's going to be second down. It'll be second and about 15.
Yeah, they need to get the ball to the 29 of West Las Vegas for a first down.
Yeah, so they pick up 10 yards of that penalty. Jacob passes, the pass is blocked, and then it comes right smack to Tiki Nieto. Unbelievable.
Wow.
The pass was intended for Tiki. It got blocked by one of the Dons, and then that deflection just slowed the ball up enough to let Tiki break toward the ball, caught it on a dead run, and he was able to pick up another 7-8 yards on that play.
Yeah, it's down to the the West Las Vegas 37 right now, so it'll bring up 3rd and 8.
So 3rd down and 8. Naked backfield, and here they come. Well,
they haven't blown it dead yet.
Well, they should. That's that ball. That was definitely a forward pass.
And they're giving it to West Las Vegas, Gene.
He's calling that a fumble?
He is calling that play a fumble.
Oh, my God. I mean, he was throwing the ball, and the guy, he was actually by himself. He dropped back. He was just in the motion of throwing when the defender came around and hit him on the arm as he was throwing it. And it moves it down. The ball, anyway, went all the way down to the 30-yard line. And then they're calling that a fumble. I mean, you don't fumble the ball forward 15 yards.
Yeah, that's
over.
It's a suspect call right there.
Oh God, I mean, he was obviously throwing the ball.
Yes.
Jeez.
So
4:57.
It'll be West Las Vegas ball at the 31.
So.
Oh. We got some extracurricular activity.
Yeah, we
here.
do. So Damien.
No, they handed it off to Jaden Vigil.
Jaden was not a happy camper about something.
No, he was not happy. He was tackled, I think, is what the situation was.
It's his turn to make a touchdown. So the lineup right now in that full backfield, full spread. And now they're going to give it to Damien around the right side. Damien gets away from one tackler, gets away from another, but he's caught from behind by, let's see, a great tackle that time for the Hilltoppers by Jake Sorensen.
Yeah, what I don't understand right now, Gene, is that play has led to a lot of big gains for West Las Vegas, and yet there is no safety help at all for the Hilltoppers.
Yes.
So there's always about one line of defense that Gallegos has to get through, and then he's gone.
Yeah, once he breaks in the open, it's the CJ.
It looks like we're going to have a false start on the offense here.
Yeah,
we will.
Pre-snap flag. Let's see what.
The line judge is saying false start, and yes.
Well, they're saying. Well, that's interesting. They're saying encroachment.
On the offense.
On the offense.
Which tells you that the wide
that?
Receiver lined up in the neutral zone.
So that's going to make it 1st and 15. They give it to
CJ Perea keeps it. Oh, we got a big. Oh, we're going to have a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on West Las Vegas here. Well after the play was over, it was Caden Rodriguez was holding on to the defender for Los Alamos and pushed him downfield.
Oh, okay. And then CJ Perea is down.
Oh.
So I think it's a cramp. I think this game has been going on for so long that things like this, cramps and stuff like this, will not be uncommon.
Yeah, we have a personal foul called on West Las Vegas here. There'll be a 15-yard penalty once play is able to resume.
Yeah, and so they're still working on CJ. It's 65-34 with 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. And what time is it?
It is currently 9:16.
9:16. Okay.
Yeah, and they're working on the left leg of CJ Perea.
Yeah. And the way they're working on it looks like they cramp. And so, like next week, let's see, as far as football is concerned, the Hilltoppers will be back home on next Friday. It'll be Friday night, back to Friday night football. And it'll be the Hilltoppers taking on the Farmington High School Scorpions. That will be a district contest. The Hilltoppers in an unbelievably tough district this year. They have Farmington, Piedra Vista, Mayamira, and Capital. So it's a really, really tough district for Los Alamos this year.
Yeah, and we established that was a tough district a couple years ago when I was still in Los Alamos, when that was first announced. Very tough district, especially for football.
Yeah. Well, they have the football thing is different because they still have 6A football.
Yes.
The rest of all the other sports only go to 5A.
Yes.
So they still have 6A football. So the football districts are all different from all the rest of the districts.
It's always been very confusing to me.
Yes, totally. And then Los Alamos is actually a 4A school playing with mostly against 5A schools, as it turns out.
Wow. And look at this, Gene. We got a second down on the 31-yard line of West Las Vegas. For a first down, they have to get to the 44 of Los Alamos.
Yeah, that might take them 2 plays.
But very bad personal foul penalty on West Las Vegas there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We've seen a little bit of extracurricular activity.
Yeah, I think that the officials are talking to the players about the unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yes, waving that finger, boy. Waving that finger at them.
They don't want things to get out of hand here.
Well, it started off with that late hit after the touchdown by Los Alamos, and then we had some more extracurricular activity, and then this latest one. So, well, finally they get things sorted out, and CJ is.
He's not in there.
No, CJ
They have Damien lined up at quarterback right now.
And then back with Damien, sitting back there with Damien right now is Jaden Behill. And
it's not uncommon for Damien Gallegos to line up at quarterback for the Dons.
Yeah. So he's going to fake the handoff and keep it himself. And there he goes. Damien Gallegos right down the middle. Pay dirt for Damien.
Number 8 on the night for Damien Gallegos.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
8
touchdowns. And come on. They snap it straight to him. He makes a half-hearted fake over to Caden V. Hill. He didn't even stick it in his gut or anything.
No.
He just made kind of a half-hearted fake toward him, and then he just came straight up the middle. Right smack up the middle.
I'm not sure he's been touched on his last 3 touchdown runs, Gene.
So here we go with Cameron Padilla, and he once again will attempt it. And this one is good. So now
we are in the running clock, Gene.
We'll go to a running clock.
A combined 106 points in this ball game, Gene.
You believe that? 72-34.
It is not very often you see a high school team in New Mexico reach 72 points with the way the mercy rule is set up.
No, that's right, exactly. And if we could run this touchdown back, run this kickoff back, get it back under this mercy rule, the Dons could end up with 100 points.
Unbelievable. That's why it is very tough for somebody in New Mexico to score 8 touchdowns the way that Damien Gallegos has.
Well, yes.
Because in most games, that would end the game right there.
Oh, yes. Exactly.
And the crazy thing is he has 8 touchdowns, and that's not all the touchdowns for West Las Vegas.
No, it isn't. No. Unbelievable
ball game here, Gene.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was well worth the drive, I must say. It's been very entertaining. Very, very short kick. And
Fair catch.
fair catched it?
Yes.
Holy mackerel. I ain't running that thing back.
It's a fair catch on the 35-yard line.
Yes. Why in the world would you do that? Oh, well.
Wow. Don't see that very often on a kickoff.
No, you don't, especially when you got plenty of running room. But anyway, well, the clock is going now, running clock, as it cranks down to under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So if Los Alamos is not able to score here, this fourth quarter could go pretty fast. So the Hilltoppers are going to line it up. And so all by himself back there is Jacob Green. And he just tucks it under. He's going to run it himself. He's still going, coming around to the left side, and now he's going to be hit. He almost made the first down. He looked like he was going to pick up the 10 yards, and then he decided to cut back. So he was running toward the left sideline. Then he decided to try to cut back to pick up some extra yardage, and actually lost yardage.
I think they still gave him forward progress to where he ended up before he made the cutback.
Yeah, I didn't think he was that. I thought he was further ahead than that, though. But anyway, it's 5 yards. So they give him 5 yards, and so Jacob rolling to his right, short pass. That's complete to Hartzall, and Jeremiah immediately hit down around the right around midfield, and that's going to be put down at the 49-yard line of the Hilltoppers. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball on the right hash mark, and
now Jeremiah is doubled over on the sideline after being tackled on that play.
Not good.
No, he was hit on both sides by
Yeah,
Las Vegas defenders.
Well, Las Vegas defense. The one thing about the Don defense is that it goes with the Tiki Nieto straight up the middle, and he's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. But the one thing about the Don defense is that they've got great pursuit.
Yes.
I mean, you usually see when you see the runner get hit, I mean, he usually gets hit by 2 or 3 guys, or like you take it up the middle, and they're going to have 5 or 6 guys on top of you.
Yes, we've seen that over and over again tonight.
They all yell dog pile,
and sometimes a little after the play.
Yeah, a little bit.
Out.
Yeah. Up to Jacob straight up the middle.
It's going to be close to the first down marker here.
Yeah, it was 2nd down and about 5. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Let's see. Well, they pick it up. Let's see.
3rd and 1.
Well, they have their ritual. They pick it up. They hand it to the umpire, and then he takes a step back.
This will be the last play of the third quarter, Gene.
Oh, yes. That didn't take long. So, Jacob, he's going to hand it. Whoa.
Wow.
That was a strange play, as they were trying to get it to Caden Thornton.
Well, he faked a handoff.
Yes.
Kept it, got close to the line of scrimmage, and then pulled it back and threw the ball to Caden Thornton.
Yes.
It was a very strange play design.
Yeah. Plus, in addition, Mike. So we got Mike Mays here, who's going to give us his thoughts here on this second half of play.
Well, Gene, just as soon as I think I've seen about all the strangeness this game has to offer, it dishes out another big helping. And the thing that's really surprising to me, and it was really surprising me after the first quarter, Toppers have not adjusted their safeties even a little bit. Gallegos, and as Phil said, once he gets past the linebacker level, there is just nothing there.
Yeah,
and he's having no problem doing that. And so, the last 4 or 5 carries, he has ridiculous yardage at this point. I actually lost count. 61-yard touchdown, untouched. an 80-yard touchdown untouched, a 69-yard touchdown untouched, and he's not doing anything special. He is running right between the tackles. As soon as he gets past that linebacker level, he can walk. He can walk into the end zone. This is just phenomenal. But he's gonna have. Let's see. He's gonna. I mean, he's approaching. He's got to be approaching 250 yards right now.
Oh yeah, easily. Jeez.
It just unbelievable. And you know, an athlete like that, and just not to make any sort of adjustment to even try to slow him down. I don't understand that. But anyway, you know, we'll see what happens here. I don't imagine this game's going to last more than about 12 more minutes, Gene. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Never know.
Yeah, we have 11:15 on the clock and counting. Thank you, Mike. And so, so the Hilltoppers came out after to start the quarter, and they gave it to Tiki Nieto. He went around the right side. He picked up the first down, and now the Hilltoppers get it to Caden Thornton, and he picks up about 5 yards on the play. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5. And the Hilltoppers, where are we, Phil, anyway?
About the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Jacob dropping back. You're going to air it out into the end zone. Whoa.
Dropped
Oh,
pass
my
again.
golly. Right to him. Right to him. Unbelievable. Boy, and that was too bad. That was a beautiful pass from Jacob. That was going down to Kenny Swazo. And Kenny, he had a man on him, but the pass came right into his gut. And John has a perfect picture of it.
Yeah, it was in his hands.
Let me see John showing us the picture. Yep.
Wow. You cannot throw a pass any better.
John has living proof.
That's as close as we get to instant replay, Gene.
Yeah, there we are. Just we got our own instant replay. Comes to Caden, to Jacob Green around the left side. He's going to be very close to the first down.
He got the first down on that play.
I don't know how he did it, because I thought he was going to be run out of bounds about 3 yards short. Somehow he was able to cut down that sideline.
He twisted and turned his way all the way past the sticks.
Yeah, he did. He just dove past the stick. And unbelievable. So the clock's still moving at 9.5 minutes to go. And the Hilltoppers are trying to get something going here as they move the ball down to about the 25-yard line. Got to be 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll give it to Tiki Nieto. He runs into his own man, bounces back, and then cuts around the right side.
Ball came out.
The ball is on the ground. There's a fumble.
West Las Vegas ball.
And is that the 3rd or 4th fumble they've gotten?
That's the 3rd one, I believe.
Well, they got the first one, and then they got the one which they picked up and said it was a pass. Then they gave him that fumble, which actually was a forward pass.
Yes.
And of course now they pick up another fumble by Los Alamos. So that's a 3rd or 4th time Los Alamos has shut down their own drive with a turnover. But
clock's still moving here.
Yeah, we're down to 8:50, and that may be all that's left in this ball game.
Yeah, Jacob Green. Now he's limping. It looked like for a second.
Yeah, I think Jacob should be done for the night.
Yes, I believe that is absolutely true.
So around the left side, and let's see.
Damian Gallegos again.
Pick up a first down.
I'm very surprised that West Las Vegas still has Damian Gallegos in this ball game.
You know,
there is no point to have him in with 8 minutes left in a 38-point ball game.
I guess they wanted to make 10 touchdowns, I guess.
Well,
make more touchdowns against Los Alamos than they did against Espanola.
He's already done that.
Yeah. Full backfield back there on that spread.
We have a timeout by West Las Vegas.
So they will stop the clock.
That'll stop it right under 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. With a first down play for West Las Vegas from the 26-yard line coming up.
72-34. And
this is one of the rare times when the clock does stop in this instance.
Yes.
is during an official timeout.
So the mercy rule was they instituted the mercy rule some years ago, and quite a few years ago, and then they put in the first phase, the 35, and then for some unknown reason they decided to kick it up to 50, and the game is over. So
well, a lot of times that's a blessing for a team.
yes. So anyway, 72-34. Wow. So let's see what are we looking at here?
And now
106 points.
106 points.
Oh my God. 106 total points. Oh, here we go. Boy, come in. They just zoomed right out of that timeout. So West Las Vegas now grabbing it up with the first down. They're going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. It's going to be second down.
They gave him 8.
8 yards on the play. And the ball right now is at the 34-yard line of the Dons. Second down. They load up that backfield again. Going to give it to CJ. He's going to hand it off over on the left side. And
Jaden Vigil.
Yeah, Jaden Vigil. My God, they had him right at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know what, he's not that big a kid. But I don't know how in the world he was able to pick up a first down, because they had him easily at the line of scrimmage.
He gets it all the way to the 40. It's an impressive run.
So what they're doing right now is they're lining up Perea in the middle of that shotgun, and they have Damian on the left side, and then they have Jaden on the right side.
They give it to Jaden again.
They give it to Caden, and he's going to be.
He stopped at the line of scrimmage that time.
Yeah, so coming in to make the tackle for the Hilltoppers that time was Nicholas Ray. And it's interesting, Mike. I mean, with this running clock, so this play is going to go nowhere.
I think they have finally taken Damian out of the ball game, Gene.
Yeah. So they this time they gave the ball to Ethan Tafoya, and right there for the Hilltoppers was Zach Schwarzkopf to bring him down. But the thing I was going to point out is that the West Las Vegas is not wasting any time getting up to the line of scrimmage and snapping the ball. So now coming around the right side.
Wow, that is a carry for sophomore Isaiah Ortiz, one of the smallest guys on the field.
Yeah, and a great tackle that time by Caden Thornton.
They have Isaiah listed at 5'3", and I believe that is very generous. But he is able to get close to the first down.
Holy mackerel, he can't be more than 4 feet tall.
The ball comes out, but it is, and they give it to Los Alamos.
Holy mackerel. Yeah, look at 44. I mean, he just.
So Isaiah Ortiz.
Oh, he's not even close to 5 feet.
No.
My golly.
So they have him listed at 5'3". He gets his second consecutive carry, and he fumbles on this one, giving the ball back to Los Alamos.
Yeah.
I believe those are 2 of his first carries of the season for West Las Vegas.
And they don't bother to stop the clock on the change of possession. That's up to the discretion of the official. The official says, let it go. Not much point in stopping it, 72-34.
Wow, and they have Isaiah Ortiz, the very small kid, out there as a linebacker.
So they run a screen pass this time up to Tiki Nieto, and he's going to pick up the first down as he gets it out across the 40-yard line of the Dons.
Very physical run there for Nieto.
Yeah, and you can see the kids walking around out there. The body language, those kids are worn out.
It's been a long football game, Gene.
I mean, they're really worn out.
a very
So-
long game, and there is 4 minutes left in the contest
They
here.
got twins out on both sides. So twin receivers on both sides. Jacob dropping back on the air to the end zone. We should have and there should be a flag. No flag. Oh, come on. That was major interference, man. Holy mackerel. The pass was intended for Malachi Gutierrez, and they were all over him.
Yes, they were. But refs let them play, I guess.
I guess so.
Clock continues to run under 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah, and we're coming up on, well, 2nd and 10. Ball bouncing everywhere. Finally, it's intercepted. The ball got hit, got knocked up in the air, got hit, knocked up in the air again, and came right down to one of the Dons.
Unbelievable.
Jeez. And so, getting credit for that interception this time right now is Jaden Behill. But that ball was thrown and it was hit, deflected up, and then it got deflected up again.
Yeah, multiple deflections right into the arms of Vihill, and the Dons have the ball down near the 30, down at the 40-yard, or no, they give it to him at midfield. So,
so
the ball will be spotted right at midfield here.
Yes, and so the
And they still have CJ Perea in the ball game at quarterback, and Isaiah Ortiz lined up at tailback next to him.
I don't understand.
And that carry is going to be given to
What I don't understand is that
Nico Ulibarri on the carry.
yeah, I don't understand is that Adrian Gonzalez is why aren't they in the victory formation, for God's sake? 2 minutes to go and they're up by more than 30 points, and here we go. We're going to give it to the little guy, and he
doesn't go anywhere.
He ran right into Tiki Nieto. Tiki is at least twice his size, at least.
Yeah, at least a foot and probably double the weight of, of Isaiah Ortiz.
Yeah. So now we're down to 1 minute and 35 seconds to go. And
we're still running offense, though.
I don't understand why they're running offense.
And we're taking timeouts.
They're going to take a timeout? You got to be kidding me.
Looks like an official's timeout.
Yeah, it is. It is an official timeout.
It's a very strange ending to this ball game, Gene.
Yeah, it is. Now looks like
there's an injured West Las Vegas player there.
Oh, okay.
That they are helping off the field right now.
Yeah.
That explains the official's timeout.
Yeah, number 56.
That'll be Xavius Jaramillo.
So here we go. They'll run out of the pistol, essentially. They're going to give it to right up the middle again to Isaiah Ortiz.
The fact that he's listed at 5'3" is
5'3"
comical.
sophomore. I'd say more about 4'10". But anyway.
Just about a minute to go in this ball game, and they are still running plays, and they're going for it on fourth down.
Fourth down. Jeez. I guess they want to let the little guy run, I guess.
Yes, and I believe that is Damian Gallegos has 315 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns in this ball game, Gene.
Holy Toledo. Oh, God. Well, that should do it. They got that was fourth down, so that will turn it over to the Hilltoppers. Oh, and did somebody take a timeout?
They should. They need to take a timeout, Gene.
Really? One more play. Okay, let's get out there, guys.
as Gene said, that definitely should have been the victory formation
Oh,
for West Las
absolutely. They
Vegas on
should have
that previous drive.
victory formation a long time ago.
Yes.
Well, the Hilltoppers don't even have to run a play.
No. But it looks like they're going to.
10 seconds.
Yep. They
Well,
are going to snap it.
run. All right, here comes our Hail Mary. Whoa, whoa. Well, that didn't go very well.
Oh, we got a fight breaking out here.
Yes. And the referee throws a flag and picks up the flag and waves it away. Says inadvertent flag. Thought there was going to be a fight, but there wasn't. So anyway.
106 points in this ball game, Gene.
Yeah.
And are we going to give it to Mike Mays to wrap us up here? Let's do that.
So.
All right. Well, thank you, Phil. And yeah, just crunching the numbers for Mr. Damian Gallegos, 315 yards rushing, and I lost count of his touchdowns.
8
touchdowns.
He exits the game with, I think, 26 touchdowns on the season, Mike.
Unbelievable. I have never seen anything like that. And we have seen some crazy runners over the years, but 315 yards. That is a mind-blowing number.
Well,
so.
and the crazy thing about that is most of those yards are untouched. Like, it's not.
Absolutely, yes. Aside from the last tackle the Toppers had on him, I'm not sure they brought him down in that second half.
No, I think they tackled him one time in the second half, and he scored on every other touch.
That is unbelievable. So, final score here, and I'm
72 to 34.
72 to 34. Yes, absolutely. I did have that written down, so good for me. But
106 points in this ball game, Mike.
That is mind blowing. Just the amount of offense we saw on the West Las Vegas side, and Topper simply had no off. They had nothing to offer to even begin to slow that down.
No, and what we talked about, many times is it's just the lack of adjustments on the back end of the defense throughout the second half. He proved time and time again he could get through the linebacker level, and there was just no help beyond that, and that is what led to a lot of those very long touchdown runs in the second half.
Well, we saw that with Gallegos, and then we saw that with the West receivers as well. They're just running those slant and go routes straight down the middle of the field. I mean, you could have drawn a line, bisecting the field, and all of them were running that line straight. Once they got past 7-8 yards deep in the Topper defense, there was absolutely nothing there, and they were doing that all night.
Yes.
There was nothing tricky about what they were doing, but
no, and that started from the second play from scrimmage for West, where they hit that wide open receiver for the touchdown on the second play of the game, and it was the same defense throughout the rest of the night.
Right, and there was just no adjustments made. So, in any event, we actually, Gene and I, off the mic a couple of weeks ago, we're talking about this particular game that we played when I was a freshman against Albuquerque High. Gene remembers that one very well. And that game ended up 77-0. And unfortunately, we were not on the side of 77. So we ended up on the wrong side of that. But
all starters still in the game. That's unreal.
Yeah. Albuquerque. Yeah, Los Alamos and Albuquerque have never got along so well after that. But that was close. I believe that was the worst loss in Hilltopper history, if I'm not mistaken, Gene. And the Dons are knocking on the door of that offensive output tonight. So just fantastic. Damian Gallegos is every bit as good as advertised tonight. CJ Padilla, the freshman, and like you're saying, he doesn't look like much when you first look at him. Deceptively fast. He's got a good field vision, so he's going to be something in a year or two. He's almost ready to step up to that next level for the Dons. Dons are going to be a force to be reckoned with for a while.
Yeah, and he's having a very good season right now, and I believe a lot of that is because of having Gallegos as a safety net back there with him. It opens up a lot of passing lanes for him down the field, and I think that what he's learning this year will allow him to take that next step when Gallegos graduates after this season and become the #1 threat for the Dons moving forward. So there's a lot of good years for West Las Vegas, and this is not a loss that Los Alamos should feel bad about in any way, shape, or form. That is a very talented West Las Vegas team on the other sideline.
Yeah, really, we did not know what to expect coming into this. We'd seen West had put up some impressive point totals. Beat the Portales Rams in a shootout a couple of weeks ago. Portales doesn't lose a lot of shootouts, and West able to knock them off in the shootout. But we really weren't sure, if West was for real. But I can assure you they are for real. So the Toppers fall to 3-3, and unfortunately, the easy part of their schedule is over now. Now we move into district. We've got Farmington at home next week. Farmington, they're not bad. They're not bad. So Toppers really, we're, I'm sure, going into this game hoping Phil to get some momentum heading into district. That just didn't happen.
Didn't happen. They ran into the Damian Gallegos show, as we said. 26 touchdowns this season now, which is truly unbelievable through 5 games. And West Las Vegas improves to 5-0. I mean, this is a team to be reckoned with in 3A, absolutely going down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, they announced a little while ago Robertson was having its way with its opponent as well.
Robertson played Tucumcari at home tonight,
and I think they were knocking on the door of 60 points last I heard. So that is an offense that, wow, looking at 130 points between the two home teams here. It's not too shabby.
No, and it's a very rare instance where West Las Vegas and Robertson play at home on the same night. They're very careful normally to avoid those kinds of situations. They want to have one team at home and one team on the road. So very rare and great offensive output from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gene, we've seen a lot of formidable runners over the years. Gallegos is right there with the best of them.
I guess he is. My golly Moses, he certainly is. And we've seen some really, really good high school running backs. But boy, he is top notch. Well, anyway, that's 106 points scored between these two teams on a wild ball game. That was a fun game, interesting game. Everything that could have happened. But I really want to thank Phil for joining us tonight. It was really good to see you. Phil was in Los Alamos for a couple of years with the Monitor, and now he's the editor of the Optic up here in Las Vegas. And but Phil did 2 years of Los Alamos sports with me, and I mean all of the sports. And then he took off and went to Vegas, and so this is his first time back on the radio since that time. But he's going to be on TV in the spring, and broadcasting the Highland Cowgirl softball.
That's right.
Awesome.
And it was great to be back on the radio tonight with you, Gene. I'm glad that the schedule worked out where we were able to put this together, and it was as fun as I remember to be back on the air.
Yeah, we had a good time. We really did. So thank you, Phil. That was awesome. And thank you, Mike. Awesome. So I want to thank and Nate Limback and John McHale and Carol Clark of the Daily Post for putting all this together. And thank you, Carol, for making it possible for us to put these broadcasts together and put them over the Daily Post YouTube. And we'll be back on the air on Tuesday. What we're going to try to do is do the girls' soccer game at 4:30, and then we're going to follow that up with the volleyball game immediately after. And then next Friday, of course, it'll be the Hilltopper boys entertaining Farmington, and that's going to be a tough ball game against a very, very good Farmington team. So that'll do it for us. So this is Gene Mortensen, and for all the crew, I want to thank you for tuning in, and have a great weekend, everybody. And you know, you can make it an even better weekend. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And night, night, sweetie pie.